All right. We should be back live now. Sorry about that, y'all. I think we are good to go. Hold on, let's go ahead and pull up the chat here. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Yeah, we had ourselves a bit of a problem here. Our internet decided it wanted to give out on us. Literally, as soon as I was switching scenes here, just like, nope, I don't want to do anything else. So we lost our Wi-Fi there for a moment, but we are back here. Hopefully, this not happen again. I'm definitely contacting our Wi-Fi provider. This has gone on way too long. This is ridiculous. But anyways, my friends, what's up? Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing good. But yeah, we're still continuing to watch these severe thunderstorm warnings here. They did just cancel one of them, the one on the far western side, like Utopia. They just canceled that one here. That's no longer in effect. But we still have these two pretty aggressive severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect here across portions near San Antonio. And we actually do have ourselves a flash flood warning that's in effect here. That's just now been issued for San Antonio. So this is brand new information just coming through here. So San Antonio is also not just under a severe thunderstorm warning, but also a flash flood warning here as well. So we are going to watch out for this. Haley says, "What's back?" or "What happened?" My Wi-Fi cut out. That's why we kind of went offline there for a little bit. I was switching scenes, and my Wi-Fi apparently got overloaded, and it stressed itself out, and then it just died. And then so. It sucks. It's really frustrating, but you know what? It's something out of my control. But I am definitely going to be calling the provider here, and I'm going to definitely get some new Wi-Fi here. This is just ridiculous. I mean, it does this like once every month, it seems, which sucks. But anyways, guys, well, welcome back. What is the threat for Leesville, Louisiana? Okay, I'm going to switch y'all over here to the Storm Prediction Center here really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and show you all the current risks that we do have. Now, Louisiana actually does have the threat for severe weather. Let's go ahead and switch you all over here back to the Storm Prediction Center. So we do actually have the threat for severe weather here across portions of Louisiana. Now, it's really the only areas in the far eastern side of the state that does not have the risk for severe weather. But the severe weather risk stretches all the way, obviously, from like southern Texas, driving all the way up into portions of like east central Illinois. Even a small little sliver there in west central Indiana. So that's the overall severe weather threat here overall. Tornadoes, not really the highest chance. It was a 5% chance earlier. It's now 2% chance now. Damaging winds, 15% chance. And obviously when it comes to hail, yeah, that's kind of our big threat we're looking out there for, is the big old hail threat. And like I said, with the storms just currently kicking off here in Texas right now, we're talking some pretty big stuff that's currently unfolding here. So, like I said, we're going to need to be monitoring this here. Like I said, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here. Let's see. I'm going to go and switch all over here to this. So we have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here basically until 3 o'clock Eastern. So this would be 2 o'clock Central. Like I said, this does include portions of Houston. This does actually not include areas of San Antonio. So obviously, we have still a few hours of severe weather expected over the next little bit here. So we're just going to need to continue watching this. Like I said, we're going to be live here until this watch gets canceled, like I said, in order to do some nighttime coverage. Because like I said, the thing is that once it's nighttime and stuff like that, obviously you're going to want to have some extensive coverage that's ongoing, because like I said, nighttime is pretty much the most dangerous time for severe weather, because most people are going to sleep. A lot of people don't get their warnings and stuff like that. But for the people who are up and they are wanting to know, like I said, obviously this is what we're here for. So we're going to be needing to keep an eye out there for all of this activity that is ongoing there. So watch it. All right, let's see here. Hello from Knoxville, says Coffee. What's up? Hope we're doing good. Wendy says, "Wow, praying for everybody in the path." Absolutely, yeah. These are some pretty nasty storms here, and like I said, damaging wind gusts, as well as large hail and a few isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out. Now, what I was wanting to show you guys here earlier, this is what made my stream cut out last time, because I think I overdid the Wi-Fi. But when it comes to it here, we have a breakdown. I'm going to go ahead and sample this here. So when it comes to it, this gives us a little breakdown. So it says this. So out of the storm that's on the far eastern side, which is this guy. Let's go ahead and switch over to that. So you see him on the bottom right-hand corner. There's Texas. You zoom into the far right-hand cell. So that's this guy. And it shows us a possibility. So probability of having hail out of this here is a 75% chance, according to this. Damaging wind probability, 87% chance. And probability of having a tornado out of this is a 31% chance whenever it comes to this in particular cell. So overall, that is kind of what we are seeing there. Now, to the west of that guy, we have this secondary storm that's severe warning. This is the one that's actually heading in towards San Antonio. Now, this one, look at that. Probability of hail is 53%. Oh, sorry about that. I was waiting for that to come here, and it finally did. But probability of hail, 53%. Probability of damaging wind, 75%. And tornado probability is a 12% chance. Like I said, this is the one that's actually heading into the regions of San Antonio. So overall, that is kind of the overall look in terms of what we are looking at out of this here. So we're going to go ahead and switch on back here, y'all. We're going to move back over here to the radar view. So like I said, this storm right here towards San Antonio, this one's a little bit interesting because, like I said, it has a little bit of a notch. Now, anytime you see a notch, that's basically all this warm air that's just rushing its way into the storm here. So with that being said, there is a little bit of a notch. Now, sometimes whenever you see indications like that, it could mean a possible tornado down in time. Now, right now, based off of what we're looking at, if I take a look here at velocity, there's not really anything too crazy that's ongoing out there. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. Pauline, thank you for becoming a tropical stormer. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Very, very sweet of you. Max says, bless you, thank you. Yeah, I was waiting for that, I was waiting for that sneeze to come. It finally got there. It finally did. But anyways, like I said, y'all, that is, that is what we are looking at here. Like I said, this is a pretty nasty storm, once again, heading towards San Antonio. I don't know if we have any cameras out there. I know we have state webcams for most of the states here. Let's see, Texas, we might have some cameras. Like I said, some of the sites we use is really good for cameras, and then some of the other ones is not. Let's see here. I don't know if we have, here, let's see, traffic camera, here we go. Traffic cameras, San Antonio. Here, I'm going to switch all over to the screen here. Kind of show you what I'm looking at here, too. There we go. Okay, let's see, we're going to grab this. Oh, that's not a camera. Oh, it looks like the blank, just normal photos. Well, that sucks. Nobody wants just photos. Oh, well. Well, I gave it a try, y'all. It was worth a try. Just curious to see if we actually did have some. Yeah, I mean, some of the states that we have here on my little browser actually really has some pretty good camera locations, but unfortunately we do not here. But anyways, like I said, this storm right here, y'all, if you know anybody towards San Antonio, definitely give them a heads up here. Because like I said, we have a pretty strong severe thunderstorm that's heading their way. Right now, the storm here is currently warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. So half-dollar size hail is 1.25 inches in diameter. So pretty large hail overall does seem to be possible out there towards San Antonio. So if you guys are in San Antonio, obviously, I'm sure you probably are getting a bit of rain right now because on the radar here, there's actually another little thunder shower that's currently happening. But the big storm is still yet to come because, like I said, this is the guy right here that we're watching. There's a few little thunder showers right now kind of in central and eastern San Antonio. So now, here's the thing. So if you are in this gap here, if you're in San Antonio, I would recommend bringing your cars inside your garage quickly. That way you can help prevent any storm damage from them. Because like I said, with the damaging winds and with the hail that this thing is warned for, this could surely cause some damage to vehicles regarding dents, cracks in windshields. Because like I said, I mean this is definitely some pretty hefty stuff we're talking about here. Now, areas here towards Leon Valley, which is basically in northwestern San Antonio, you guys are getting this little bit of a tail right here. I'm sure you're probably noticing that a little bit of rain starting to pop up. But the main event is getting ready to head its way in here. And like I said, right there where you see this ground of this purple, right here where you see all this is likely where the biggest hail is occurring, kind of towards like Helotes here. Once again, heading towards Leon Valley? Yeah, Leon Valley and Balcones Heights. That's kind of right where we are seeing this occurring here. And like I said, this thing is tracking its way directly towards San Antonio. Now, it should be making impacts here in San Antonio. I'm actually going to grab this a little bit of an estimate here. So this is moving at 20, southeast at 20. It's not really moving too fast, actually. Let's see here. So we're going to be calculating storm distance at, so 20 miles per hour. Oh, what's it trying to do here? This is just to give me an estimate of storms here. Let's see. Let's try 20. Yeah, that's obviously not really working. Anyways, I'd say it's going to be there within the next 20 minutes or so towards central San Antonio. I was trying to get an approximate time, but apparently this thing's being stupid. But yeah, no, we are watching out for this here. Now, we do have some stations out there in the path of these storms that is able to read us some wind gusts. Now, currently 18-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Oh, wow, look at that. They just issued another severe thunderstorm warning just south of San Antonio towards Castroville. Let's see. Hondo, we have Somerset for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So kind of like baseline severe thunderstorm warning there. But overall, though, like I said, we should still be watching out for this. Looks like New Fountain. Let's see, areas here towards, Hondo. Looks like you guys are definitely starting to get hit here. All right, let's see here. Amber J says, can I check around the COTA area around Buda? Where is that? Oh, is that in Texas? Yeah, if you have a zip code, Amber, that'd be a lot better. That'd be a lot better. It'd make things 10 times easier for me. But look at this storm here. Yeah, the one east of San Antonio is pretty aggressive looking. See, it kind of has like that Boeing shape to it. Anytime you have like these Boeing shapes to these storms, really shows some damaging wind potential. Wow, look at that. They just upgraded that. 2-inch hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of that guy. Like that's some pretty aggressive stuff. Yeah, like so you can see that little pink spot right there. That is, once again, that's right there, kind of where probably the heaviest hail is probably occurring inside of that storm there. And that is going right towards Smithville, Texas. From what it appears. Let's see. We're actually going to backtrack a minute. We're going to, yeah, there you go. There's the hail core right there. We're going to move this over so you guys can see it a little bit. Yeah, there's a hail core right there, tracking eastward. It just crossed over 80, Highway 80 here. It's tracking, oh, it's going right towards St. James, actually. St. James, Texas. Yeah, you guys are probably about to start getting pelted by some hail. Also, like I said, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yeah, if you guys are across the storm here, like Gonzales, Texas, you guys, seriously, you guys have seriously got to be watching out for this. Because like I said, you mix in the damaging wind gusts of 70 miles per hour and the size of over golf ball size hail, that is kind of a problem. That definitely is kind of a bit of an issue here. But anyways, let's see here. Max supposed to be taking a look here at San Marcos, Texas. Once again, dude, if y'all have a zip code, that would be so much easier on me. It would be so much easier. Circuit of Americas. I can try to look it up. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe is this it right here? Oh, okay. Okay, I think. Are you south of Austin? I think this might be where you're at. Anyways, but if that is your location, you're looking pretty good. Because like I said, once this initial line rolls through you, the chances of seeing severe weather just really fizzles out. So overall, that is good news. Let's see here. But yeah, that is that. Anyways, but like I said, yeah, we're watching the storm also heading towards San Antonio. Once again, everybody, if y'all know anybody out there towards San Antonio, just, hey, give them a heads up. Let them know what's going on out there. According to some of the model projections here, according to some of the model projections, this is called CIMSS. CIMSS, I think that's how you would say that. It's one of these models that actually comes out here. Let me go ahead and switch you all over to that here really quickly, because this will actually give us a probability of seeing damaging winds, tornado, and hail. So that's the big little hook, or sorry, the big little the bow that we've seen on that eastern storm. Now this guy has an 88% chance of severe hail max expected hail size is expected to be up to 2 inches in diameter, which that's what is currently warned for. Probability of damaging winds 87%, and probability of a tornado is actually at 49%. It's almost a 50-50 shot that a tornado could drop inside of that storm there. Overall, wow, mixed layer Cape 1700. That's a lot of energy in that storm there. And I tell you what, it does not appear that it's going to be dying out anytime soon here, which is really interesting. Now, the storm, this is the one right here that's over San Antonio. Now, this guy in particular has a 78% chance of producing hail up to 1.5 inches. It looks possible. Also, probability of damaging winds 85%, and probability of tornadoes 17% out of that guy. So that's kind of the breakdown there. And the one to the west here is a 0% chance of tornadoes, 40% chance of hail, and damaging winds 13% chance. So overall, that's just kind of a little bit of a look on those cells there in the percentage possibilities. But like I said, it looks like right now areas there's San Antonio. It looks like northwestern San Antonio is starting to get hit here pretty good from what it looks like, getting ready to really push into it. I mean, like I said, right there towards like Leon Valley. I tell you what, you might want to, you definitely want to be indoors for this here, because I'm sure there's probably going to be a bit of hail out of it. Yeah, once again, right there in that purplish, even blue little areas here. That's right where we are seeing a bit of heavy hail potential. So that's kind of the regions there where we do need to be really looking out there for the hail here. And like I said, this warning for San Antonio includes half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which, like I said, we should watch out for this. But like I said, according to the breakdown here from the CMIS, the CMIS model here is suggesting the possibility of hail, a 75% chance. So it's a likely chance of hail, but it also shows max expected hail size potentially up to 1.5 inches. But like I said, right now the warning is for 1.25 inches. So who knows? I mean, we'll need to watch out for this. I mean, it definitely could be producing some larger hail than just 1.25, so we'll need to be looking out for all of that. Let's see here. Hack wants me to look here at 77057. All right, let's see. 77057 across Houston, Texas. Okay, so Houston, Texas. Yeah, you guys are actually inside of the watch here. Let me go ahead and switch y'all over to this in particular view here. Because, like I said, there is actually a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here across areas of Houston. This is in effect here for the next couple of hours. This expires at 3 o'clock Eastern. So, like I said, I am going to be live here until, this does get expired here. So, we're gonna need to be watching out for this. But yeah, no, this is in effect here until 3 o'clock Eastern, which will be 2 o'clock Central or local to the watch here. So this does include Houston. Max expected hail size up to 2.5 inches out of some of the storm. So it could be pretty large hail out of it. Max expected wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour as well. So overall, that's kind of the possibilities out of that. Like I said, believe it or not, San Antonio, even though we got those pretty gnarly storms rolling through there, you can also see that on infrared view. There's not any severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect out there, which I find pretty interesting, to be honest with y'all. Because like I said, this storm is definitely really closing in here on San Antonio at the moment, in which we are going to be really needing to watch this. You can see how it's been evolving and tracking right there towards San Antonio. It honestly looks like the purple has been increasing in the last few frames. Now, like I said, what the purple is the potential there for some very large hail. Like I said, that's kind of right where you are seeing the most heaviest rainfall as well as the largest hail would be across these areas here kind of in this purple. And like I said, Leon Valley, it looks like you guys are kind of right in the middle of it right now. Now, this does look like it is tracking right there at San Antonio. I mean, the dead center part of the city, right there in the middle of San Antonio. So if you guys live in San Antonio, you might be actually active to see a bit of hail here, in which we should, for sure, be looking out here for. So hail and damaging winds potentially up to 60 miles per hour does seem to be a possibility. Now here on the velocity table, now there's a little bit of a spin up there, a bit, very broad spin up, very large spin up there. Nothing nothing tornadic really. But it does appear that those winds might be fading out a little bit, so that's good news. That honestly, like I said, that kind of lowers our tornado threat out of this cell here heading towards San Antonio, so that's good news. Right now, I'd say the main concern for San Antonio is the threat here for the potential for some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, and once again, maybe up to hail 1.25, maybe even up to 1.5 inches could theoretically be possible. But overall, that is kind of the overall view out there regarding the storms here, and it does look like like I said, recently they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning just to the south of that warning there. We're gonna go ahead and pause this here. But they do have a new severe thunderstorm warning here just south of San Antonio for areas here towards like Somerset, Lacoste. We have areas here towards Hondo, Dunlay, let's see, Rio, Medina. Those areas out there has a warning out there for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So that is kind of what we are seeing out of this southbound warning here with this storm that's currently just west of the one towards San Antonio. Now, like I said, with that being said, they do have a breakdown here regarding, you can see the radar building there. So they do actually have a breakdown here, and look at this. So according to the latest input here from the CMIS model here, it does show that this storm has a possibility of around a 54% chance of seeing hail out of it, 15% chance of damaging winds, and a tornado probability of a 0% chance. So, once again, that eastern cell, or the western cell here, sorry, does not really look like it's going to have a big old tornado threat. However, the one in the middle here, the one that's heading towards San Antonio, probability of hail 53% out of it, probability of damaging winds 78%. So it looks like the damaging winds might be the biggest concern out of this storm here, and probability of tornado is a 5% chance out of that one. So that's a 5% chance of that cell producing a tornado anytime soon. And of course, the one on the far west, yeah, this one has the greatest tornado probability, followed by the greatest hail and damaging winds. 88% chance of hail, probability of damaging winds 87, probability of tornado 40% chance. It looks like that's been dropping. Is it 49 here a little bit ago? That tornado threat looks like it might be dropping a little bit. I definitely say the damaging winds might be like the strongest concern. I mean, like I said, anytime you see a shape like this, kind of like a Boeing echo on the radar there, that really shows us that there's the potential for some very, very strong damaging wind gusts. And right there, you can see under probability probability hail. So basically the top portion, you see how it says probability hail. You drop down one, it says MESH. That's basically max expected hail size, and that's up to 2 inches potentially. So with that being said, we are looking out for, in this warning, they actually do have it for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and like I said, obviously the potential there of, let's say 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 2-inch hail out of that in particular storm. So like I said, it's pretty aggressive storm here, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Now, we just got some new information, y'all. They just now issued another severe thunderstorm warning for areas here in San Antonio. So this latest warning just continues, or basically just extends the rest of San Antonio inside of this warning here. New warning just got issued, as you can tell, including areas of like China Grove, Southton, let's see, areas towards Floresville, right towards St. Hedwig. And this latest warning comes out to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So now, at the current moment, the entirety of San Antonio is now under both a severe thunderstorm warning and a flash flood warning. So like I said, since these storms are moving so slow, they're really not moving that fast. So since they're moving slow, they're kind of isolated over one area for a longer period of time, meaning that a lot of that heavy rain can accumulate a lot more over a long period of time because the storm's not moving so fast. So with that, like I said, with that being said and all, like I said, that's going to lead to the possibility for some flash flooding. Now, right now, according to this here, between 2 and 5 inches of rain has already fallen across areas here of San Antonio, because we did see that thunder shower earlier back on radar, which I can go ahead and show you guys. If we track way back here in time, you notice how San Antonio was kind of getting a few thunder showers out there towards like Kirby, towards China Grove. Then obviously in the latest frames, as this big, the main event here rolls through, is now slamming the northwestern side of the city. But as this one moves through here, like I said, this is just going to add more accumulation out of more rainfall here. And like I said, right now, according to this here, we're talking the potential of 2 to 5 inches of rain here that's already fallen out of this storm here. The expected rainfall of, let's see, 1 to 2 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. So like I said, with an additional 2 to 5 that potentially has already fallen, another 1 to 2 is possible. So basically maximum of 3 to 7 inches of rainfall is possible out there towards San Antonio. So we're talking some pretty heavy rain potential over the next little bit here. So that is kind of what we are looking at there. Let's go and see here. What's up, Matthew? Hope you're doing good. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is well with you. But yeah, like I said, hopefully everything is doing well there with you. Glad to have you here. Hope everything is doing all right. All right, let's see here. So like I said, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let us know. Haxus, thank you. No problem. Anytime. Yeah, like I said, we're here for y'all. If y'all have any questions here, like I said, we're live here for you guys in order to help make sure that you guys are staying aware of the situation here. My goodness, look at that. Look at that storm there. That's pretty aggressive looking. So once again, in those regions where you see that purple and especially that blue, that is right there where we are seeing the biggest hail potential out of this guy. So right here, just north of Oak Forest, we have this area right in here. That right there, my friend, that is right where the biggest potential for hail is. And like I said, they have this warning out there. This is the one east of San Antonio. They actually have this warning here for the possibility of 2-inch hail in diameter. I mean, we're talking some pretty large hail being potentially out there. So 2-inch hail in diameter, which is larger than golf ball for perspective out there, in which that could seriously shatter windows in your homes. Like I said, on top of that hail, there's a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust possibility. So some of these wind gusts could be getting up to 70 miles per hour with that 2-inch hail on top of it. So you mix those two together, pretty aggressive stuff. So if y'all have like I said, if y'all have your vehicles outside, it'd be recommended to bring them into a carport or your garage. If you are ahead of the storm here, now areas towards like Cost, Texas, areas here towards like let's see, Bebe, Texas. We have areas here towards Smiley, Texas. Nixon, Texas. Let's see, Gonzales, Texas. Yeah, you guys are about to get hit here pretty soon, because like I said, the storm is approaching your doorstep right at the moment, and like I said, this thing's gonna have some pretty pretty nasty stuff on it. And like I said, we can already see that there from radar perspective. Now, according to the CMIS model here, out of the projections of this in particular storm here, if I was to switch you guys back over to this here really quickly, you can actually see here that the overall probability for damaging winds is a 92% chance. That's actually gone up in the last few minutes here. Probability of hail is a 87% chance, and probability of a tornado is 45% chance. Now, this is a model projection, just giving you an estimate based off of the current conditions of the storm. But look at this: max expected hail size potentially up to 2 inches in diameter. Like I said, that's what's currently warmed for. So we're gonna need to look out for that. Matthew says, "Hey Drew, gonna go to bed now. See you later, Matthew. Hope all is well with you." Let's see here. But like I said, that is what we need to be looking out for, is not just the probability for damaging winds, but also the probability for some large hail as well. Here comes the radar building in all the radar perspective. It's really cool how it grabs every site around it and it kind of builds it out. But anyways, like I said, we're going to need to really be watching this storm here. And you know what? They just now updated it, y'all. They just now updated that warning there. Look at that. They just extended that into areas further east. So now areas towards Shiner, Moulton. This is also cutting right off at Hallettsville. That's right at the cutoff point. Let's see, Curro. We have Westhoff. We are now under a severe thunderstorm warning out there as well for 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. So obviously very, very large hail. With that being said, and once again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I mean, we're talking some very, very powerful wind gusts out there being possible. So, if possible, once again, to those regions where we just talked about, like Sweet Home, Shiner, Malden. Once again, this is in Texas, South Texas. Just as a little bit of a heads up for you guys, and just as something to tell you all, if you can, make sure that you bring anything that you have loose outside, maybe lawn furniture or something. Just bring it indoors until the storm passes. Because like I said, with the damaging wind gust possibility out of this in particular storm, this is going to be bringing the threat for throwing your furniture all across your yard, and who knows, it could be very, very damaging to even your neighbors, because say if your lawn chair flies through somebody's window with these heavy winds, would not be very, very good. Definitely would not be very, very good. So it'd be recommended to bring anything loose outside indoors just until the storm passes. Just make sure that everything's going okay, and just to make sure that nothing like that we just talked about happens. But anyways, like I said, right here towards San Antonio, my friends, we are continuing to watch a severe thunderstorm warning. Like I said, this is now moving into the central part of the city here now. Like I said, right now in central San Antonio, we're just now starting to get a lot of this. Now, right here towards like Balcones Heights, these regions out there across the purple, that is where we are likely seeing some decent size hail. Like I said, potentially up to $50 size could be possible out there. So Balcones Heights, let's see, Alamo Heights as well. We need to be watching this guy here very, very closely. Now, this is heading east, southeast here. And like I said, right there towards China Grove, getting a little bit of a thunder shower ahead of the main storm here. We have Southton. Those regions out there should really be watching out for this, because like I said, damaging wind gusts and hail is a possibility out of this. So, like I said, damaging winds and hail is the possibility out of this. Now, take a look here at velocity. The good news is that there's nothing rotating on the storm. So that's good news. We don't want any tornadoes, especially in a very, very popular area like San Antonio. So that's good news. No tornado probability out of that guy. But look at this storm. So the one east of San Antonio, here's a little bit of a reference for you. So there's... here's Texas there. So basically just to the east of, this warning here, we have another one here towards Gonzales, Texas. Now, this is the region, kind of see this big boundary right there? That is likely some very, very strong damaging wind gusts that's probably occurring out there towards Gonzales. Now, we do actually have... some stations out inside of these storms that could tell us, how strong the winds are out of this. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go and switch y'all over here to that in particular view. So here's the 3 severe thunderstorm warnings we have in effect here, basically all the way from Gonzales to the west here towards like Hondo. For the one here in San Antonio, they actually, they just now updated this here for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So with that being said, still possibility for some large hail and maybe some damaging wind gusts too. Keep an eye out there for it. But right now, in the current observations here, we have 18-mile-per-hour wind gusts out of this here being recorded, 0 with 7-mile-an-hour. Yeah, so obviously, we're going to need to watch out for these observations as they come through here. This was as of 12:18 a.m. So this is obviously old. This is old right here. So once this updates, we'll be able to see what this is showing us. And actually, I do have something here I can actually pull up for you guys. Let's see. We're going to actually switch over to this view yet again. I'm going to go ahead and pause this here. We're going to go to the latest infrared satellite view. So here's what I can actually do for you guys. I'm actually going to pull up the surface winds here. These are observed winds here from the surface. And they'll be able to tell me, the latest up-to-date version of all the winds that's occurring, inside of the storm here. Now, according to this, let's see. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to unload this satellite view for a moment. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and try to do such now. There we go. Let's see if I can go ahead and unload that. I'm actually going to pull up the radar view. I'll overlay this to the radar view. That way we can actually see the in particular storms that's ongoing. So let's see. We're going to do... Actually, I have a better idea. It's still radar, but we're going to switch over to this one, and here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and load radar right there in South Texas. So this will be able to show us... There we go. All right. Yeah, obviously not as high of quality than my other ones there, but still, it shows a good representation. So this middle one, this is the one that's heading right there in towards areas here of, obviously, San Antonio. The winds out there are around 5 to 10 miles an hour, 15 mile per hour, possibly. So as the storm moves eastward, I'm going to continue to watch this here because it might show us, some of those stronger wind gusts that's going to be occurring out there now. But like I said, right now, these storms, the weather stations are a little bit out of date here, so we'll give them a few minutes to update. But once they do, we'll be able to give you all the information and all of that fun stuff out there. But yeah, no, that is what we are seeing there. But like I said, y'all, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know. We're going to be here for you guys. Let's see here. So obviously, as we track our way down here in time here, like I said, over the last few minutes here. Like I said, Gonzales has been right in the path of the storm here. Looks like you guys are really starting to kind of feel it now. Here over the next few minutes, you guys are going to really probably even expand into some hail territory, because like I said, they have this warning there for 2-inch hail. That's actually larger than golf ball size hail being possible out of this guy. So Gonzales, you're kind of right there in the middle fire here. I'm going to actually turn off that tracker, so you kind of see that little core there, which is right across the purple and the blue. That little core is heading right towards Gonzales here. So like I said, if you guys are in Gonzales, Texas here, I would highly consider watching this here, because like I said, this is going to be given the possibility for some large hail. And also, like I said, the damaging wind possibilities on that as well. All right, now west here, back to San Antonio. Like I said, the heaviest of the storm is now currently crossing into the northern portion of the city here. Like I said, possibly bringing some hail out of it. As you can kind of see here, the last few scans, the heaviest of it, the heaviest precipitation out there across the the darker reds and the purples and those colors out there. That is showing us where the heavy precipitation is, and even mixing in with some hail being possible. Now the current warning out there for portions here across, let's see. Yeah, for the people out there across San Antonio, the current warning out there suggests the possibility there of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. So, kind of your lower-end severe thunderstorm warning. If it was any lower in any of those categories, it would not be severe. But still, with that being said, it is classified as a severe thunderstorm, in which you guys should be taking action based off of it, as it could cause some damage, and it could cause some heavy impacts out there. Now, west of San Antonio, a little bit of an update on you guys out there towards like Lacoste. Like I said, you guys are getting hit here pretty hard right now. Let's see, Lytle, you guys are in the line of it. Natilla. Let's see, Somerset. We have McDonough. Yeah, you guys out there really have got to be keeping an eye out there for these storms here. Like I said, you guys are literally about to get hit here within the next few minutes. So definitely should be looking out for it. Velocities doesn't show anything rotating, which is good news. But yeah, there's possibly some damaging wind gusts on that there. Once again, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. Being a possibility out of that particular storm there. So, yeah, like I said, right now, the good news is that, I mean, obviously San Antonio, you're getting hit, but you're pretty good. But the storm east of you is the one that's really cranking, like I said, with the large hail potential on it. Like I said, right now, this actually was back at 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And right now, it's at 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But it does have 2-inch hail. Radar is even estimating nearly 3-inch hail being possible. But this is also scanning about 2,000 feet up here, and estimating nearly 3 inches. So that hail threat might be growing, actually. Let's see here. Let me double check on that real quickly. Okay, probability of severe hail is 87% out of the storm here, according to the CMIS model here, projecting this in particular storm. 87% of that. Probability of damaging winds, 92% chance, and probability of tornadoes, 17% chance. So that is the overall specs on this severe thunderstorm warning here. Now, like I said, this guy is tracking eastward. Now, let's do a little look here over towards Houston. Like I said, to my friends out there in Houston, you guys are actually under a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 o'clock. So we have another hour or so to go before this does get canceled. Houston is actually looking pretty good. We do have a few storms here east of Houston, though, that's currently popping off here. Not severe, but I'm sure definitely some heavy rainfall out of it. A lot of lightning activities you can see there by these little strikes. So that's obviously a concern, and obviously something you should remain indoors for. But anyways, but also south of it, we got this little bit of a line that's popping off there. But like I said, the main event here, which is this guy, will eventually be tracking its way into Houston here within the next hour or so. So we might need to watch out for this one. Absolutely. All right, so guys, something I do want to go ahead and show you all really quickly, which I think is a pretty good idea. We're going to go and take a look here at the future radar projection here based off of the HRRR model. This is the latest high-resolution rapid refresh model. Is what it stands for. I'm going to bring up the simulated radar over the next 15 minutes, over the next several minutes here, 15-minute intervals. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and switch over to that scene here right now. All right, so here we go. So, obviously here in Texas, obviously the time here, I might be able to see. We're going to go ahead and overlay that. There we go. There's the time for y'all if you want to look at that. But like I said, we obviously have these group of storms here that's going right there towards San Antonio. Now, as we track our way down here in time, you're going to notice those storms continuing to kick off there. And they're actually going to continue there until they reach their way here basically to the coastline. So right as they move towards like Houston, According to it, Houston. Now, according to this, Houston might get hit here maybe around like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning or so. But once again, take these models with a grain of salt because, like I said, they're not perfect. They are far from perfect here. But still, that is just a good possibility, a good estimate of what could happen on those in particular cells out there. So we're going to need to look out for this. Let's see. Let's try South Texas. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see a better view of that reaching the coast there. Kind of around maybe like 5, 6 o'clock or so. And then by the time it moves out there. So that's just a little bit of a reference there in the future radar there for y'all. Just want to go ahead and let y'all know what the possibility of the future could look like out there. Anyways. All right, let's go ahead and switch on back here, y'all. Back to the San Antonio radar here. Like I said, we currently do have ourselves 3 severe thunderstorm warnings currently popping off here, including San Antonio. Like I said, San Antonio is currently inside of a severe thunderstorm warning here. The latest warning text here is actually for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail is there. South of that, we got a warning here towards Lytle. Areas here towards like Somerset, Texas. You guys are getting ready to get hit here within the next few minutes. So really got to look out for those regions out there. Current warning out for the far western cell, the one we're looking at here, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. The one towards San Antonio here is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail as well. But the one the far east of that guy, look at that. Now estimating radar is estimating nearly 3-inch hail according to this here. Crazy, but they have this thing warned for 2-inch hail. So 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out of it. So we're talking out of this storm here towards Gonzales. Yeah, you guys in Gonzales look like you are about to get hit here pretty daggone strong here. But from what it looks like, you can see those pinks and those purples and that blue there. That is showing the very heavy, the very, very large amount of ice crystals that radar is scanning there. So really showing some big chunks of ice inside of that storm there. And like I said, this thing is tracking right towards Gonzales. I mean, it is heading right towards that location there. So really got to watch out for that. Presentation started a couple of minutes ago, but you're going to notice how it's going to start gradually get stronger until you start to get some hail that's going to start falling here. I'd say within the next 5 to 10 minutes here, you probably are going to be experiencing some pretty large hail potentially. So if you're across Gonzales, you might want to brace for that right now because that definitely does look like to be a big possibility. Now, like I said, once again, they have 2-inch hail on that one and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as 2-inch hail, which is 1.25 inches. 2 inches. I am losing it. Speaking too fast. That's what happens. So whenever you reach, for this storm here, we are talking 2-inch hail as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So basically, that is what the warning is warned for here. And like I said, the worst of it here is located right there towards Gonzales here. And like I said, that is, currently where we need to be really looking out there for. Currently where we really need to be keeping an eye out there for overall. So we'll continue to watch this here, you guys. And we'll continue to keep y'all posted here on this here. Like I said, obviously, I cannot also forget to tell you guys, also areas here in San Antonio, we do have ourselves a flash flood warning here that's in effect here for areas, obviously, for the entirety of San Antonio. Look at this, guys. So we have... look at that. So between 2 and 5 inches of rain has already fallen from the earlier storms. Like I said, we had a few thunder showers that rolled through before this main storm, started impacting. The radar won't go back that far anymore. But there was a bit of a, thunder shower activity over San Antonio there for a little bit. And now we have the main storm that's rolling through. So with that being said, overall, like I said, obviously, that's going to lead to some more heavier rainfall. Now, once again, out of this warning here, 2 and 5 inches of rain here has already fallen out of the earlier storms. And with additional rainfall amounts up to 1 to 2 inches possible in that warned area. So once again, entirety of San Antonio. So look out for possible flooding out there. That is obviously kind of a possible concern when it comes to it. Getting a lot of lightning detection as well. But also look at this. Here recently, here towards Leon Valley, which is in northwestern San Antonio, or basically northwest San Antonio here. We got a report here from the public for Bexar County and Leon Valley. Nickel to quarter-size hail reported at this time, which was at 5:33 UTC, which was as of 1:33 Eastern or 12:33 Central. To my friends out there, it'll be 12:33 your time. This was reported. So, Overall, quarter-size hail or 1-inch hail in diameter has been reported across those regions, which, like I said, that makes this specifically confirmed that there is hail on this in particular storm out there towards San Antonio here. Let's see, latest information here. I tell you what, we got a little bit of a wind gust report out there. A bit of gusty winds reporting up to nearly 20 miles per hour in South San Antonio with this storm right now. That is currently the latest information on this in particular cell. I'm going to switch y'all back over here to this view. Yeah, you can actually see that little barb right there, how it has a long prong and a half one that's 15 knots, which is about 20 miles per hour. Is being reported. Yeah, the really interesting thing here is that, all these winds here, the wind direction on that little markers right there, it looks like the winds are like kind of circulating a little bit. That's interesting. So it's probably where the lower pressure from the storm is located. But yeah, lower pressure right there where the updraft is, with the storm there. That's kind of where the, all that warm air is being drawn up inside the storm there. So it looks like it's getting good inflow. It definitely looks like it is getting good enough inflow to keep on kicking. I mean, like I said, this storm's been kicking off here for a while now. And like I said, as you've seen across the models, it looks like these storms are going to be continuing here for at least a couple more hours. Especially this one here towards Gonzales. I mean, like I said, this one, this one's pretty crazy out there. Yeah, like I said, Gonzales, I'm sure you guys are getting pounded potentially by some hail right now. Because like I said, look at those markers. Anytime you see like the blue pop up, and like I said, the purple kind of represents, possible hail, but once you start to see the blue pop up, that really shows some big old hail potential out of it. Look at that. Here's a slice through the storm here. Looking at it from a, like I said, going right through the storm, slicing through the storm there. You notice how there's all that blue that goes all the way up here to about 20,000 feet. So that's all your big old ice that's occurring out there. So that's where your updraft is, where this warm air is just pulling up into the storm there and basically lofting that hail. So with that being said, yeah, no, there's definitely some big old hail in that storm there. Also, the storm tops are going above 50,000 feet, so these are some pretty large storms here. I mean, they're very tall. There's actually some of these echoes going up to 60,000 feet, so we're talking some very, very large topped thunderstorms here. Very large thunderstorms out there. So, like I said, 50,000 feet. That's several miles high. So overall, it's a pretty thick storm there. Very large storm there out there. But anyways, like I said, we do have that warning on the far eastern side here. Like I said, guys, we are watching this. Like I said, this does have a warning for golf ball. Actually, just updated that. Golf ball and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out of it. Still very large hail. Just got downgraded a quarter of an inch size, but still golf ball size hail is possible out of this storm here. So areas towards areas like Saturn would keep an eye on. You guys are in kind of moderate precipitation from what it looks like right now. Will gradually get heavier. Moulton as well, you should keep an eye on. It looks like a little bit of a showers over you right now. Let's see, areas towards like Sweet Home, Shiner. Let's see, Yoakum. We have Edgar, and we also have West Off. So those regions there is kind of ahead of the storm here. I'd say you guys are probably going to be, getting impacted here within, I'd say, within the next 30 minutes or so. So I'd really keep an eye out there for those regions there. Now there is, let's see, what's the highway that goes through this? So highway, let's see, this is Highway 183, which is this highway right here, and Highway 97, which goes this way here. Also, Highway 90 goes right here. So if you guys are between those interstates there, right there at the, kind of the cross of between all of those highways there, that is kind of the golden point there for the largest hail, potentially. So that is kind of what we are looking at. Let's see. Is there going to be rain in Kentucky overnight? So, in Kentucky, oh shoot, we just got a new tornado warning that just got issued. Okay, we'll get to that here right in 1 second. Kentucky, yes, there might be some rain because we're seeing the kind of decaying front there on the western side of Kentucky. All right, let's see. We're going to go ahead and move over back here to the to this view because we now have a tornado warning that is now in effect here. Let's see. We're going to switch over to southwestern Louisiana's radar. I think that might be our closest option. That or KH, yeah, kind of right between both of those there. Yeah, apparently we got some rotation. Oh, yeah, there you go. It looks stronger in the last few frames than it does now. The good news is it might be kind of fading out a bit, but still, it is a newly tornado-warned storm there. So this is a tornado warning for central Jefferson County, southeastern Texas, also southwestern Orange County. Moving east at 40 miles per hour here. So this, this dangerous storm will be near Port Acres around 1:20 a.m. Let's see, Nederland, Central Gardens, Southeast Texas Regional Airport around 1:25 a.m. And let's see, Port Arthur Groves Point, Port Neches, I think, around 1:30 a.m. as well. This includes Interstate 10 between mile markers 8:49 and 8:37. Also did mention that torrential rainfall is occurring, which could lead to flash flooding. Like I said, yeah, that's just due to the slow motion of these storms here. I mean, like I said, these guys are not moving terribly fast. This one's actually one of the faster moving storms that we've had today, 40 miles per hour. Some of the storms were moving only at like 20 miles an hour. But yeah, once again, this is right here in southeastern Texas here, almost kind of pointing there towards southwestern Louisiana. It's literally like the county over from Louisiana here. But like I said, Nederland, we have Port Arthur, Groves, let's see, areas towards like Central Gardens, Fannett as well. We are keeping an eye out there for this in particular cell. But like I said, the good news is from what it looks like is over the last few scans here, you can obviously see that heightened area of rotation that was occurring there kind of just west of Fannett. It looks like in the latest frame it has kind of went away, which that might be a good indicator. This tornado warning expires here at 1:30, so this expires in about 24 minutes. But right now, it looks like they warned it whenever there's some strong rotation, but now it looks like it's just kind of completely bled out. But like I said, with these warnings here, they might look like they're given out, but sometimes they can sometimes they can recycle is what we call it. So sometimes they can get their kick back in motion and they can actually start producing tornado potential again. I'm curious to see out of the CMIS model here to what that storm's percentage of a tornado is. Let's see here. They have it at a 1% chance, which I find that kind of hard to believe. I mean, earlier I seen that it was higher, but it looks like it might be fading down a bit now. Very interesting. Also, I will mention it looks like northwestern areas and in Mississippi. Looks like you guys. Oh, let's go switch over here. Looks like you guys might be starting to get something here pretty strong. Nothing severe right now. Yeah, they're towards like Clarksdale. Looks like a pretty strong storm out there. Is starting to kind of fire off there towards Clarksdale. But once again, this is not severe warned out there. Anyways, but like I said, San Antonio, you guys are still pulling through here with the latest and greatest here. Latest and greatest radar imagery right here. Because, like I said, you guys are kind of right there in the middle of that. But also, like I said, do not forget that San Antonio, you guys are under a flash flood warning as well. Due to these storms' motions being pretty slow, they're going to rapidly accumulate rainfall over the next, the next little bit as the storm rolls through. But yeah. All right, let's see here. Is Texas still getting storms bubbling up? I hope that fade away by now. Is this mostly coastal area? So right now it is like right there towards San Antonio, right there in south central Texas. Now as we track our way down in time here, like I was to show you guys once again on the future model projections, you can see how those storms will continue to move to the coastline, and once they roll in, then they'll kind of just die out accordingly. So yeah, no, they're going to continue for the next several hours at least, according to the models. But like I said, the models are obviously nothing, you should take them with a grain of salt because they're not perfect, but that's just what the models are presenting. I mean, these storms have been kicking for a while. I mean, we've been streaming these guys for a little bit of time now, and it does not look like they're really losing any of their strength out there, which is, like I said, obviously a little bit concerning. Let's see here, 1:35 a.m. to 16 mile per hour wind gust. So yeah, nothing too extreme. The damaging winds is not really the biggest concern out of this storm in particular towards like Shiner and Gonzales. Like I said, you guys in Gonzales probably just got hit here very, very heavily. Because like I said, you can see this big old pink bubble there that is showing us where there's likely some very large hail that was occurring. And like I said, the hail expectancy is up to golf ball size inside of that in particular storm there. Once again, that's that cell that's directly east of San Antonio. But yeah, But like I said, this will continue moving eastbound, in which we'll continue to watch here. A little update here on the tornado warning here. This is basically right here towards like Nederland, going right through Interstate 10. Let's see. We also have Port Arthur, Groves, Port Acres, Port Neches here for the next 20 minutes. Now, like I said, there was a bit of rotation on this earlier from what we were looking at. But the latest scans, it looks like that's kind of faded out a bit. So I'm not really seeing any heavy rotation out of it. So that's good news. But, you know, for your safety, I'd recommend remaining inside of your shelter there. I mean, just until this warning gets lifted from the National Weather Service. But you can see how there was really highlighted velocities there. How there's really, really bright greens. That's where there was a bit of rotation that was occurring. And you see how it just kind of faded out from bright to, you know, just kind of went away. So that's telling us that that rotation is pretty much died out for the most part. So that might be some good news. But once again, just remain there until the warning is lifted. Even though I'm seeing that it looks like you're pretty much good to go. But still should be keeping an eye out there for those storms there. Also, the damaging wind gusts out of this guy. I tell you what, it might be actually increasing out of the one in the far eastern side of Texas here. As you can see in the last few frames here, we started to get a lot of an explosion there of yellow starting to pop up right there towards like Wrightsboro. That is likely showing the possibility of some increasing winds across those regions. So that's kind of the region where you might be able to be seeing those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts potentially. And like I said, the hail, the majority of the hail is mostly up, essentially, you know, up further than that. So as an idea, because like I said, where the heavier hail is, that's kind of where your updraft. That's kind of where the storm's getting its fuel. So basically, it's probably going up like this, and the downdraft is going right over across those regions there. So the updraft is coming up right here. That could be off, but that's a good possibility because like we're starting to see some stronger winds out there, and we're starting to see a lot of hail up there. That could be like the inner structures of the storms of what's going on out there. But like I said, you know, this storm is heading right for areas like Shiner, Moulton. We should be watching out for Curo. So keep an eye out there for this guy. Once again, the main concern there is hail up to golf ball size being a possibility here. Now back over to San Antonio, like I said, things are kind of lightening up, at least for the for the northwestern side here of the city. It looks like things are starting to kind of, you know, go back to normal, I should say. But like I said, you guys are still under a flash flood warning here, in which, like I said, you know, basically they're talking about how 2 to 5 inches of rainfall has already fallen there, with an additional amount of 1 to 2 being possible. So we're talking the maximum of around 3 to 7 inches of rainfall that is going to be possible, you know, out of these storms there. So overall, that's kind of the look of things that's happening. Now, once again, like I said, there's the big storm here we're watching towards. Just keep an eye out there for. We should keep an eye out there for this guy. Yeah, there's those highlighted winds there. That's probably kicking off pretty much a little bit stronger. Then southwest of San Antonio, we have another storm here towards Somerset. This was also under a severe thunderstorm warning. They actually upgraded the hail threat on this guy from quarter size to now ping pong ball size hail. So now we're talking ping pong ball size hail potential, which, like I said, definitely is enough to damage vehicles, crack and, you know, shatter windows. Obviously enough to damage or, like I said, dent your vehicles and stuff like that. So if possible, it would be recommended to, if you're ahead of the storm, if you're in the storm, I would honestly not, you know, risk your life out there with all the lightning and all the activity going on out there. But if you're ahead of the storm where you can prepare accordingly a few minutes before the storms do hit, it would be recommended to actually, like I said, it would be recommended to actually bring your vehicles in your garage or in a carport, or try to cover them up somehow without allowing any damages to occur. I don't think a tarp would really do any good. I mean, it might, but, you know, that's just kind of what I'm recommended to. But obviously, you got to think of the winds too with the storms here. Even if you did tarp your vehicle, which I don't know how effective that would be. But like I said, you also got to think of the winds that could take that, you know, could take the tarp away as well. So like I said, the best place is just to be pulling your cars into a carport or like I said, a garage. Either or would definitely be beneficial to your vehicle. But like I said, obviously, you know, if you can't do that, you know, before the storm happens, if you're in the storm, it's not worth risking your life over. Because like I said, lightning is one of, you know, nature's leading killers as well, believe it or not. And as you can see, there's a big old compacted density of lightning strikes. So go ahead and turn off the radar so you guys can kind of see that. Y'all see that? A lot of lightning detections have been reported out of this in particular storm there. So you know there's a lot of energy inside of these storms. just because of all the lightning activity that's occurring out of them. Here we go, a little bit of a report here towards Gonzales. Let's see. So around 20, 25 mile-an-hour winds has been reported out there towards Gonzales. Nothing damaging, of course, but is a little bit gusty. But like I said, this little area of interest has got my, got my attention here. It looks like that's been increasing over the last few radar scans. That might be increasing, damaging wind gusts out there. Now, it looks like it's mostly over rural areas, but like I said, we should continue to watch this because, like I said, this is a pretty aggressive storm that is ongoing here. Now, according to the CMIS model, which takes the current conditions in the storm here and just kind of gives you an estimate out of it. Probability of hail is a 91% chance. Probability of damaging winds 92% chance, and probability of a tornado is 22% chance. So that's kind of a rough estimate. Take that how you want to, but overall, that's just kind of what the CMIS is talking about regarding that in particular storm out there. Now, a little bit ago, guys, for northwestern San Antonio, we actually did have ourselves a report here. Like I said, we actually did have ourselves a report here in northwestern San Antonio that did actually report quarter-size hail here towards Leon Valley. So here in Leon Valley, we did get some hail that was reported here at basically let's see, hold on. This would be 12:33 p.m. Central Time. So, yeah, not quite an hour, but getting closer to it. I'd say about 45 minutes ago or so, roughly. But yeah. That is kind of what we are seeing out there. Let's see here. I'm at 1604 90 West San Antonio. Massive lightning, says Ray. Yeah, no, I can actually see that. Once again here, you can see those very strong lightning detections out there from the radar. I'm going to turn off that again. Around the radar there, you can see right there in San Antonio, a lot of heavy lightning activity is being reported all throughout the city here. So, no, that checks out. It does. It definitely does check out there because, like I said, it definitely looks like it's really is coming along there. Like I said, for the northwestern side and the central sides of San Antonio, it looks like you might be clearing out here pretty soon, which might overall be some good news. Will Tuesday be an enhanced risk? Well, today is literally only Friday, so that's a very long shot to even think about. So I'm going to go with no, not right now. we just simply don't know at the moment. There is actually a risk out there, y'all, for another severe weather event potentially to occur. Yeah, next Tuesday for Texas. I'm going to show you guys really quickly. Yeah, so to my Texas friends out there, you might want to watch out for next Tuesday. They got a 15% risk here, which is equivalent to a slight risk. Same kind of risk we have today so far. So we will continue to watch out for that. But yeah, way too early to tell if that's going to be upgraded or not. But it's something to keep on the back burner. But anyways, let's see here. Michelle says prayers for everybody affected in these storms. Absolutely, you guys. And like I said, we're watching out. We're keeping an eye on them for you. We're here just to let you all know what's going on inside of these storms here. Like I said, obviously with it being nighttime too, it just adds a bunch of uncertainty as well because you can't really see much at nighttime, and obviously most people are actually in bed at this point, which is obviously not good because you guys need to be aware of the storms here. They could be quite damaging even at nighttime, in which we've already been seeing some very large hail out of these guys and everything like that. But is there going to be severe weather in deep central South Louisiana? So when it comes to it, oh, you know what? They just upgraded the. Whoa! Hold up, y'all. They just updated the day 2 outlook here. Let's see here. Interesting, but for today is possible. Here, let me go ahead and bring y'all over to this. Holy cow! This is some new information coming through here, y'all. So here's today's risk out there. South Central Louisiana does have a marginal at level 1 out of 5 on the severe spectrum. But for tomorrow, this is for Saturday, actually. Yeah. So not today, as in Friday, but Saturday. They actually increased that severe weather risk out there towards Virginia and the coastal east. Really interesting. Let's see here. Let's see, DL says Louisiana here also. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be possible for a few strong storms that could occur out there today, but honestly, nothing too extreme. Look at that. Galveston has a quarter-size hail report out there. Interesting. Let's go and double check on this tornado warning. Like I said, it looked like that the winds have faded out. You know, it got warned because there was some, strong rotation there for a brief second, and then it kind of faded out. Let's go and double check on the radar, though. We'll go ahead and see what's going on out there. My radar decides it wants to load, because it's going to retry that. Let's try KLCH here towards Lake Charles. Here we go. Yeah, that's our closest radar option. So here we go. So let's take a look here back at velocity there. Yeah, no, I don't see any rotation out of this storm here. There was a bit of rotation earlier out there, kind of a little bit west of Fanet, but that's long gone from what it looks like. It looks like they're just holding the warning there for a few more minutes just to kind of make sure that it does not try to recycle. Because like I said, these storms can recycle and they can look like they're not producing anything, and then quickly turn back into an environment that allows for them to actually recycle there. Yep. So just radar indicated rotation, still nothing really. They're just being safe on it and making sure that they don't have to issue another tornado warning in case if they get rid of it and then it recycles right away, though. But anyways, all right, little update here with this eastern cell, y'all. Like I said, we have a pretty gross cell here that's east of San Angelo here. Now kind of pulling out of Gonzales, still getting some heavy rainfall. Still could be a little bit of hail being mixed in with it, but you're kind of right in the middle of it. But areas towards like Shiner, Texas. Let's see, Holchem. I don't know exactly how you would pronounce that location. You guys can see it you guys can see it for yourself. But that region there, you guys are about to get pounded as well by some very heavy rain and once again potentially with some hail. You can see here in the latest radar scans how we have this big blue ball here. That is where we are seeing potentially the heaviest amount of hail that's occurring out there. That is like where the strongest, that's where the updraft is, where the storm is getting all of its fuel essentially getting shot up in the sky. And it's holding up a bit of hail out there. So with that being said, yeah, this definitely does have a potential of some pretty nasty hail on it. Right now the warning does have it still for golf ball size hail, as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Like I said, I've been watching the latest velocities on this guy. We've been seeing some increasing colors here, which means that there's been some stronger winds being detected by radar out there. Would not be surprised if some of these guys did actually go, maybe they're towards 60, maybe even a little bit higher, which we'll see. Let's see here. Jake says I miss chasing. Let's see. Stuck here in Oceanside, California for the moment. Yeah, y'all don't get too much out there in California regarding severe weather because y'all got the Rockies and all that stuff. Yeah, California's weather is very interesting. Very interesting, to just say the least. All right, let me take a look at the special marine warning out there. So right here for the, this is right here towards that Gulf area here east of Houston. I don't know exactly the name of this Gulf area. It's by Galveston, Port Bolivar, or Bolivar. Let's see, Bolivar Peninsula. Let's see, Gilchrist. Yeah, Gilchrist maybe. I don't know. Anyways, but they have a special marine warning out there, and look at that, water spouts possible. So this is a kind of a hazard for the boaters out there. Also, that right there is a bit of weak rotation. So basically the radar is right there. See that donut? That's where the radar is at. Yeah, this is a little bit of a cool little thing for you guys to understand here. So that's the radar, remember, is all the way up here. It is way over in that direction. So the red is showing the air moving away from the radar directly, and the green is showing it moving towards the radar. So there might be a little bit of clashing going on there that could be rotating. It might actually fire off some water spouts. You never know. You never know. But let's see. We're going to go and switch on back here to San Antonio. Yeah, like I said, San Antonio, I think you guys are really starting to pull out of this here. Oh, yeah. Like I said, northwestern side's really starting to just turn into some, kind of just normal rainfall out of it. Yeah, really not anything Really not anything too crazy anymore. Like, so you guys in northwestern Antonio have already got like the worst of it. Now for the southeastern side there, kind of south of China Grove there, you guys are still getting hit here pretty good from what it looks like. Did they just update that warning here? No, they didn't. They still have the same warning there. Let's see. It's for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter size hail out of it, south or west of that one. Ping pong ball size hail. So yeah, that's actually been growing. That hail threat's actually been growing out of the storm here south of San Antonio. Which if it were me, how much you guys want to bet? I'm willing to bet y'all they're gonna issue a warning here for Pleasanton lemming here within the next 10 minutes. How much you want? I'll bet. So since this storm is still looking pretty severe, I bet you, I guarantee you, they're gonna push this. They're gonna extend this warning out there. Something like that. I don't know. They'll definitely consider it. I think they will. Oh, did you look at that? Timing could not have been any better. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that? Let's see. So they actually included, yep, Pleasanton, lemming. Wow. That was pretty crazy. I can't believe I just got that there. Let's see, McCoy, we have Falls City. Let's see here. Floresville. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter size hail. Okay, so they brought down that hail threat. Wow, look at that. Radar. That's a wind gust of heavy magnitude here. KEWX is reporting like 45, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, man. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, no, that's some pretty interesting stuff there. Let's see here. So, all right, so San Antonio is, yeah, you guys are starting to pull out of it, which is good news. Yeah, once again, we got a hail report out there towards Leo Valley. Sorry, not Leo Valley. Leon Valley. A little bit ago. Yeah, a little bit ago. Let's see here. Yeah, so they just issued that warning there, so they're probably going to get rid of these guys here pretty soon. Yeah, so once again, if you guys are towards, like, Petite, we have lemming. Out there in those regions, you guys are about to get pounded here. Yeah, yeah, these two cells have merged over the last little bit. Yeah, I mean, you can actually see that here on this radar view. See how there are two different individual cells, and they just kind of merged into one. Oh, there you go. Interesting. You know, these things eventually might even merge together. I mean, obviously, this eastern cell is kind of like the strongest one that we have out there right now. Going right towards Shiner. Yeah, you guys towards Shiner, you got to really look out for this one. See Moulton, Yoakum. Yeah, this is in Texas. Remember, y'all. If y'all don't know what's going on, this is in Texas. They downgraded that to $half size hail. So that's good that the hail has been. Look at that, 37-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of that thing towards Gonzales. This was as of 1:55 a.m. So this was 12:55 Central Time. But it looks like the hail potential has died out on that guy. That's good. That is good. What's going on over here? Got a little bit of a cell popping off here north of Bracketville. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that one. How long has that been happening for? Well, it's been just kind of cruising. Just kind of been chilling there for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that guy. Yeah, the only ones I'm really looking out for is these ones here towards San Antonio. Yeah, once again, San Antonio, you guys look like you might be in a pretty good line here. Central and northwestern San Antonio, you're basically in the clear now. So China Grove, you guys are still getting hit. Kirby starting to pull out of it now. Converse, same thing, pulling out of it. Let's see here. We have Lone Oak Community still kind of right in the middle of it. Now areas here towards like Grass Pond, the Colony, Floresville. see, Petite, Pleasanton. Yeah, you guys are about to get hit here within the next little bit. So y'all are about to experience this here. Yeah, we got LaGrange out there too. Not in the severe side of things, but you guys are about to get hit here. I don't recall that being that strong there a little bit ago. Looks like it might be picking up a bit of strength out there towards like LaGrange, Texas. Interesting. Yeah, I would keep an eye on that. I'm sure it could be pretty gusty out there. You know, regardless. All right, let's do a little tornado warning update here. Like I said, you know, this thing's been just not really rotating. The first few frames it was. You know, right there, as you can see, it was rotating. And not stop. Oh, they just got rid of it, actually. Well, that's good. Yeah, it was not rotating anymore. It just stopped rotating for... As soon as they issued the warning, the next frame that came out, it stopped rotating. So that's good news, I guess. That's definitely some good news. Yeah, they also canceled that one... let's see, we're going to go and move back here. Yeah, so that tornado warning, we actually had an effect here. Right there, you can see right there for, let's see. Netherland, Central Gardens, Groves, Port Arthur. Yeah, that's no longer in effect here. They got rid of that. That's good. But they also had those two warnings for San Antonio. So it looks like, yeah, San Antonio, central, western, northern, and northwestern San Antonio is now no longer under a severe thunderstorm warning. However, you are still under a flash flood warning because, you know, between 3 and 5 inches, look at that. Wow. 3 and 5 inches of rain has already fallen out of these, and with an additional amount up to 1 inch. Now, that's obviously not really applying for the areas here towards, like, Leon Valley. Those regions kind of in the central and northwestern side of San Antonio, because, like I said, the rain has pretty much stopped there. Maybe a little bit of light rain still going on in this kind of green color, but really nothing... Yeah, really nothing too crazy out there. So, that's good news. Let's do a little update on this guy. Yeah, so east of Houston, is this Houston? Is this considered Houston Bay, or is this called Houston Bay or something? It's a bay that's east of Houston. But let's see. But like I said, there is actually a storm that's ongoing there, and it does look like it might be rotating a little bit. See those? See the red and green? Anytime they're close together like that, it might be a bit of rotation. Now, it's pretty weak rotation though. Report of hail towards Galveston. And you know what? They actually did say water spouts are possible. And 34 knots or greater. So 34 knots is about 40 miles per hour, roughly. So basically 40-mile-an-hour winds or higher, essentially. But that is that. Let's see here. SD Gaming, a member for 2 months, Category 1 Club. Thank you so much there. SD Gaming, very sweet of you. Thank you so much, my friend. And thank you for continuing to support the channel. You rock. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so Hochheim? How do you say that? Hochheim? That is, yeah, you guys are about to get hit here pretty good. Looks like the main part of that storm there where the biggest hail is potentially at there. Yeah, you guys are probably about to get hit here. They have this for $half size hail. But remember, radar is estimating like nearly 2.5 inches. So, and this is only scanning like 3,000 feet up. So it's really not terribly too high up in the atmosphere. But this is scanning. Hoheim? Okay. Thank you, Jake, for saying that. Yeah, it helps out. Yeah, my pronunciation on some U.S. cities are pretty pretty interesting. Some U.S. city names in general are just very odd. Is that rotation north of there, says Eric? Let's see here. What, over here? Not really. Nah, it's mostly just straight winds that's going on mostly in that. Even though there's a little bit of a circulation there on radar, it's nothing really. No, we're good. Yeah, my biggest concern there is that potential hail out there. Yeah, that's my biggest concern is the hail that's going on out there in that one cell. Once again, areas like Concrete, West off, or West off. Yeah, that's what I mean. Some of these towns are crazy. We have Sweet Home, Alabama. I'm kidding. It's just Sweet Home, Texas. We have Breslaw, Hallettsville included with this one. Yeah, you guys are about to get hit here. PayPal me says, how long am I staying live? I'm going to be live here until the watches at least get canceled, which is in about 25 minutes. So at least 25 more minutes. I mean, like I said, the models did suggest these storms continuing on here for several more hours, but we'll see how that goes. You know, once again, models aren't perfect. They can't. They obviously can't take that. See, it's west off, says Jake. What? But it has WESTHOFF. Is the H silent? West off? See, that's what I mean. These cities are so confusing. They are super, super confusing. Anyways, let's see. Floorsville. Yep, you guys are kind of right in the line of this here. Yeah, San Antonio, you're pretty much good to go, my friends. If you're out there towards San Antonio. Southeastern side, you might be holding on here for a few more minutes. Like China Grove, you guys are still kind of in moderate precipitation, moderate heavy precipitation. Should be kind of fading out there a little bit. Let's see here. But yeah, like I said, Pleasanton, yeah, you guys are in line for this here. Pleasanton, see, Jordanton? I don't know. Jordanton. I was going to say Jordanton. It makes more sense there. Jordanton, Pleasanton. Let's see here. Yeah, Floresville, Stockdale. Yeah, you guys are about to get here within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And like I said, your main concern there is the damaging wind gusts as well as 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Let's see. Eric says a lot of German cities in Texas, along with French and Spanish, provide some interesting city names. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually noticed that. Really interesting. Max says, thanks, Andrew, for everything. See ya. See you later, Max. Thank you for joining. See, Jordanton. This is Eric. I'm going to go with Jordanton. Yeah, I really do appreciate the help, you guys. Seriously. It helps my vocabulary, too, on these areas. You know, it's not just Texas, though. I mean, there's a lot of crazy names out there. I mean, across, like, all the states. So it's not just Texas here. Yeah, I'm really watching. Okay, so if you're there towards, like, Lemming, Texas here, we got ourselves a bit of a core situation going on there. You can see how it's, like I said, once again, a lot of purple and a little bit of blue popping up out there. That is, that's kind of what we are seeing, where there is a potential for some hail out of these storms here. Now, once again, for Lemming here, when it comes to it, right now it's a quarter-size hail, which, you know, once again, that's kind of like baseline severe thunderstorm warning there. But when it comes to it here, you never know. There could be a little bit larger hail. Honestly, I believe that there could be. I mean, radar is estimating, you know, some of this hail being about 2 inches in diameter. But once again, I mean, this is scanning higher up in the atmosphere. It is only 2,100 feet, though, up, and it's scanning an estimate of around 2-inch hail. So, I mean, yeah. We'll definitely need to keep it out there. This is for the western cell. So the CMIS model here shows probability of having hail out of this storm here is a 93%. Probability of damaging winds is 89%, and probability of a tornado is 2%. So, yeah, this does not look like a tornado is going to really be a big concern out of this one. I don't see anything. I mean, there's like no rotation going on in this storm whatsoever. But there towards like Concrete, yeah, this little bit of height and velocity out there, this is probably going to cause some gusty winds for y'all. Yeah, also north of that, west of Yoakum, we got this big old core. It looks like it's starting to pop back up here, starting to get a little bit more stronger. So that hail threat out on this eastern cell, the one well east of San Antonio, due east of San Antonio, this one is also looks like a lot more lightning detections kicking off there. Yeah, a bit of lightning detections out there as well, which is interesting. So that's showing a strengthening storm there.
Broadcasts originate from the National Weather Service office in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Very interesting.
Please visit us online at
Any of the severe weather heading towards Indiana? Not right now. No.
and Twitter at NW.
No, there's no big risk out there for Indiana right now, which is good news.
To your weather radio, Station W.
Definitely some good news.
Broadcasting in Tyler on 100.
Okay, so yeah, Yoakum, Sweet Home, Edgar. Y'all are next. You guys are gonna be getting hit here within, I'd say, the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. It's getting close.
At the top of the hour.
And like I said, I mean, it appears here on the latest few scans that the hail might even be growing in intensity. Yeah, especially there towards like Yoakum and Sweet Home.
Relative humidity 87%.
I would keep an eye out there for it.
Winds were northwest at 3 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.93.
Yeah, we'll definitely watch out for this.
In Longview, skies were cloudy with a temperature of 66 degrees.
Let's see here, David, Mississippi. So you actually are in a marginal risk there, level 1 out of 5, 2% tornado threat, 5% hail, 5% damaging winds. Out there for you. That would be here for today's severe weather threat. Yeah, let me actually show you guys this. I haven't not mentioned this yet. I've showed today's current one, but for Friday, the day of Friday, for later on, thunderstorm threat does extend into eastern Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, southwestern Alabama. Also, a little bit of a marginal risk there for severe weather, so possible severe storms could exist. Like northern Kentucky, central, eastern portions of Ohio, northwestern Pennsylvania, basically western New York there. Tornadoes is a threat for there in like Mississippi and Mississippi, Louisiana there. Damaging winds is up there, so also hail. Yeah, the only concern there for the possible severe weather up there in the Ohio Valley region, in the western northeast, is the possibility for some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60. Speaking of, they just now issued another warning in effect. They basically extended that one that's the crazy storm there. $half size hail, so they upgraded that hail there from quarter size, I believe. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it was quarter size a little bit ago. The last scan it was quarter size, but yeah, they have quarter size hail here. Just issued a new warning there for Sublime. Let's see, Ezel, Speaks. Yeah, you guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for basically till 2:45 a.m. Central Time. So that's basically, what is that? Yeah, that's like an hour from now. It's like 63 minutes. Look at that. Yep, exactly 63 minutes. 2 says, thanks for San Antonio coverage. I thought my tree wasn't going to make it, kind of intense a little bit. Well, you're very, very welcome. So I take it your tree is still hanging in there? That's good news. Let's see here. David says, thanks, Andrew. No problem. You're very welcome. The hail is getting more expensive. Yeah, if you want to put it that way, yeah, kind of. It looks like it might be picking up a bit there. Yeah, once again, it's kind of going right there towards like Yoakum, Texas. So that right there is something we should consider watching. It might even be a little bit larger than $half size. I mean, like I said, radar is estimating over 3 inches here, and this is scanning only like 4,000 feet up, which is not quite a mile up. I mean, that's not terribly too far. Even the CMIS is, this is interesting here. So, like I said, they have $half size, which is 1.25 inches in diameter. The CMIS model projection here on that storm shows, you can see right there, MESH, basically max expected size hail. That's at 1.25 1.94 inches.
Monday,
So that's nearly 2-inch hail. I mean, this is showing estimated over golf ball size hail.
highs in the upper 60s.
So,
Monday
I
night,
mean,
mostly cloudy with a
yeah, I mean,
slight
when it comes
chance
to
of
it,
thunderstorms. A chance of showers in the evening.
I'd say it's a good
Likely after
possibility
midnight.
that it is,
In the mid-50s.
yeah, I'd say it's a good possibility that it could be over that.
Tuesday, showers likely.
Let's see here. How am I doing? Pretty good, Connor. Hope you're doing good yourself.
Chance of
Nerve Wreck says, "Hey man, thanks again. Thank you so much for pointing me to radar scope. I was tracking cold tornado. Oh, these past few storms
mostly
been great for learning. Absolutely. Yeah, you're very welcome.
showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the evening.
No problem. Yeah, so my San Antonio friends out there, you're pretty much completely good. A little bit of shower though, southwest towards like
Wednesday,
Vaughn, Ormy.
a slight chance of showers in the
Yeah, but the
morning.
main line there is these are merging. I had a feeling they would. It's kind of merging to a little bit of a line.
In the mid-70s.
Also got this discreet little storm out there towards Camp Wood, northwest.
Wednesday night, mostly cloudy
Kind of
with
over mostly rural areas though, but
chance of thunderstorms.
yeah,
Lows
this
in the
this dude's just kind of chilling.
Chance of rain 40%. Thursday, mostly cloudy with
But
a slight
yeah, my
chance
main
of
concern
showers.
here right now is like
A slight
Yoakum,
chance of thunderstorms
maybe even
in the
towards
afternoon.
Shiner, mostly just
Highs
south of
around
Shiner though.
70.
I mean, because like I said, radar is really
You're
cranking.
listening to your weather radio. Station WXK36, broadcasting in
Yeah, really cranking in the aspect of possible heavy hail out there towards like Petersville, Pearl City.
Follow us on Facebook.
I mean, shoot.
Here's a
Yeah,
look at
those
the
regions
weather
have
station
probably got to be bracing in for that.
top of the hour.
Let's see. Kitty says LaGrange, Texas. Yeah, we were just talking about LaGrange, Texas here a minute ago. So you guys are currently getting hit, but you're not in the severe
62,
warning here. You're not in that warning for severe weather, but you are definitely getting a pretty strong thunderstorm.
The pressure was
So yeah,
29.9
just remain indoors and away from windows if possible.
Longview.
Because like I said, you don't want to be you don't want to be near windows when lightning's striking.
Dew point
Also with
53.
possible gusty winds.
Humidity 90%.
Would not be the best.
We're north at
I'd even say maybe a little bit of hail, but
The
yeah,
pressure
probably
was
nothing too.
49.92
Probably mostly
inches
just rain,
in
honestly. Don't really see much of a hail
Again,
percentage.
the
But I would not be surprised if there's a little rice hail in it. Because like I said, this whole entire line has been producing a bit of hail.
around the local
Especially out there towards Yoakum. Yeah, it's closing in on you guys out there.
63.
Yeah, out there towards Yoakum, Texas, you guys are definitely getting closed in on here in,
DFW Airport, mostly cloudy.
with all this hail.
Wind northeast.
Yeah, right there over Petersville from what it looks like. I wish there was like a...
Light rain and 61.
Yeah, so all these little buildings are getting hit here pretty good, I'm sure, with hail.
Miles an hour.
Also a bit of lightning detection out there.
Cloudy and 67. Wind southeast at 7 miles an hour.
Let's see, what's going on? We're going to take a look here back towards Galveston.
Degrees.
Okay. Yeah, no, this could be a problem for boaters out there.
Jacksonville. Cloudy.
To my friends out there east of Galveston.
Wind calm. Palestine.
Let's see,
light rain and
velocity.
fog and 64 degrees.
Yeah, I'd still be watching out for a few water spouts being
Northwest at
possible.
5 miles an hour.
Not any extreme rotation or anything going on with this, but I'd still say we should keep an eye on it.
Wind northeast at 3 miles
So to my
an
boaters out there, I doubt there's anybody out watching this right now who's across the waters out there, but
partly cloudy and 57.
or out in the water right now at this time.
Little Rock,
But
cloudy and
just a little bit of a
65.
heads up in case if you know somebody.
Mississippi, mostly cloudy and 64.
Let's see here. I've been asking everyone during live streams and can't even get anyone to tell me area in Tennessee is any danger. Huh. Well, Tennessee does not have anything in store for the next little bit. See, Beaumont, Texas. Let's see here. Where's Beaumont?
Overnight, showers
Yeah, this
and
is mostly for the
thunderstorms
south
likely
side.
late this evening.
Let's
Then
see.
a chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Beaumont,
Near
Texas.
steady temperature in the
In which,
mid-60s.
okay, so you're basically...
Southwest winds 5 to
Now,
10
you
miles
just
an
got
hour.
hit here by that storm that rolled through. So I think you're good, actually.
Hour late this evening. Chance of rain 70%.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much good to go.
Friday, mostly cloudy with a
Yesterday was crazy. It just showed me even 5 or 2% zero.
then
Saw big tornadoes yesterday, Abilene, Texas.
highs in the mid-70s.
Weren't even in a tornado risk, but we got a tornado warning.
10 to
Interesting.
15 miles.
Yeah, no, when it came to it, though, I tell you what, y'all, yesterday really overperformed. They had a risk out there. They put a 5% chance for tornadoes across, like, Oklahoma City.
Upper 40s.
If y'all didn't hear, Oklahoma City region got hit pretty hard by tornadoes yesterday. But yeah, no, they had a 5% chance for tornadoes, and they didn't even say significant or damaging tornadoes was really all that likely. We turned up spawning like over 10 tornadoes yesterday, I believe, just in that area. Correct me if I'm wrong on the numbers, but it was something like that. It was very, very heavy stuff. And they didn't even have a significant risk out there. And areas of coal, which is coal is right here. This little town got wiped off the map from what I hear by tornadoes yesterday. There was a very nasty tornado. We actually did coverage on that yesterday, but they should have for sure had a higher risk out there. You know, like I said, it wasn't even a significant risk for damaging EF2 plus tornadoes possibility. And we did just have that. Not just one, but a couple of them, actually. So that's still kind of awaiting warning, but it's by the images coming through, it's easily over EF2 damage. Not sure exactly what, but it's definitely over EF2 because we have roofs off, we have some of the walls caved in. That's like EF2 damage. Possibly even stronger, from what I believe. So we'll wait till the surveyors get done surveying there. 3 dead, says sewing. Coal is gone. Wow. Yeah, I didn't hear about the deaths out of there. Very unfortunate. And like I said, this is why we go live here for life-saving information here. I mean, like I said, we were live talking about coal several minutes before it got hit here. And if everybody in coal was paying attention, those 3 deaths could have not happened. And it really kills me to think that people are dying whenever they could just easily tune into this and just be alert of it. This is why you never need to just ignore these storms. I mean, it's just terrible stuff. All right, let's see. So Yoakum getting ready to get hit here again. Getting ready to get hit here by this hail. Let's see here. Nerve says, I don't know if you remember me, but I thought I'd pop up and show some love. Say thanks again. No problem. Did I see a photo of the gym that was destroyed? I did not see that. I did see some of the photos people have tweeted to us. Here's actually a photo coming in from Jacob earlier. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's actually some reports coming in from BCAT here. Yeah, I'm going to switch all over here to Twitter. This was in Wisconsin here earlier. Oh, yeah, it looks pretty cloudy out there. Got some, you definitely could see that instability. That was earlier, though. Let's see. Yeah, this is what Jacob sent in to us. Apparently, this was his photo. Oh, a rainbow out there. Huh. All right, let's move back here. So, like I said, it looks like Shiner might have really dodged that. Yeah, it looks like Shiner probably dodged the hail there, but like I said, Yoakum probably won't come out as lucky. I mean, like I said, this is some brutal stuff that radar is suggesting out there. Let's see here. Anyways, can I get your see it? Victoria, Texas, 2 lines look like they're merging towards me. Sure. Let's see. We're gonna pull this up. So you said in Victoria. Jacksonville, cloudy and 64 degrees. Victoria, Texas. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah. So you're saying these 2 severe thunderstorm warnings are merging? Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I mean, we go back in the earlier scans between these storms, so you can see how they were very obviously spread apart from each other. There was no precipitation connecting the 2 cells. But in the latest, you can see you're right there. In the latest here, you can see how they do merge together. So yes, they are forming into one cell here. They are definitely turning into one cell here. And they are going right towards Victoria. So I would keep an eye on them. Main concern out of these guys will probably be some damaging wind gusts potentially. So we'll watch it. We'll keep an eye on it. Speaking of, y'all, the watches are about to be... Oh, shoot, didn't mean to do all that. The watches are actually about to be expired here. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quickly. Yeah, we have a few severe thunderstorm watches, or a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Let me turn off the satellite for a minute. But we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for like coastal, eastern Texas, Houston, Victoria. Like I said, who was that said they were in Victoria? I think it was Jake. Yes, Jake said that. So you're in a severe thunderstorm watch. Houston, Beaumont, also southwestern Louisiana, like Lake Charles. Inside a severe thunderstorm watch there. Let's see, number 156 here in effect until 3 a.m. Eastern. So it's literally 2:54 Eastern right now. So about to expire here for you. Maximum hail size 2.5 inches, 70-mile-an-hour wind gust, possibly storm motion east at 40. So they're really not moving too fast. And like I said, with the storms not moving all that fast, like I said, that really just kind of throws you to the thing here of just saying that, you know, there's going to be a possibility for flooding too. I mean, like I said, we did actually have several flash flood warnings in effect there towards, you know, San Antonio, in which we still have them in effect. Let's see. So this is for, let's see here. Yep, look at that. Between 3 and 5 inches of rain has already fallen there towards San Antonio. And additional amounts up to 1 inch is possible. So flash flooding is looking quite possible out there. See, Beaumont is Beaumont. Oh, really? Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. Hey, I like your all's input on this, because like I said, you know, obviously, pronunciation's not the best, but at least I can tell you what's going on towards those regions there. All right, let's see here. Carla, what's up? Saying I just woke up from Heber Springs, Arkansas. What's the outlook for tonight? So, Arkansas does not have anything really severe today. We do actually have ourselves here. I'm going to show you real quickly. We're gonna. Oh, yeah, we're going to switch over to this view. So you can actually see here, Arkansas. The only area in Arkansas that actually has a severe weather threat is across like Crossit, Eudora here. Let's see here, Dermot, Reed. Yeah, those areas in the far southeastern sides, like really where the only severe weather possibility is. But overall, I mean, yeah, for the most of the part of the state, you're looking pretty good. I'm not really seeing much of too much of anything out there for you. But anyways, Michael says, "Hey y'all, what's up, Michael? Hope all is well with you." And we're going to switch back to Houston for a moment. So, yeah, Houston right now, you're kind of in a clear. Got a bunch of showers to your south and west here. Pretty strong thunderstorm here to your east. It's currently affecting the waters. Like I said, watch out for possible water spouts out there, because there was a little bit of rotation there earlier that was commencing. Obviously, I would keep an eye out there for this line to your west, too. Definitely could cause some impacts here in a little bit. Let's see, quarter side tail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Wow, look at that. They upgraded this risk. Wow. Hallettsville and Yoakum, golf ball size hail now, and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. They literally pulled that. 3 o'clock. Okay. Wow. 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts possibly out there. So we're kind of clocking in there towards like hurricane wind gusts almost. About 5-mile-an-hour short, but we're getting close. I had a feeling that the storm was quite strong out there. Let's see. Closest radar is this guy. There we go. Yeah, you can see right there, like I said, right over Yoakum. I'm sure that's probably where the worst conditions are located right now. Yeah, no, that's pretty aggressive.
Winds were northwest at 3 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.93 inches and rising.
Let's see. Ruby says, "Thank you for keeping everybody informed. Definitely a new subscriber. All the other channels I watch are not broadcasting this tonight." You're very welcome, Ruby. No problem. Yeah, we try to be here as much as possible for the severe weather. Like I said, it's always been pretty crazy. Over the next few days, we're going to see more severe weather here. Like I said, especially for Saturday, like not, you know, today's Friday now for most of us in the States, except for the far west. But Saturday, we got another big risk across the east, actually. You know, like the coastal, like not Midwest, the Mid-Atlantic region. You know, kind of has a risk out there. I am now under 3 different watches, says Jake. Interesting. Well, I know you have that severe thunderstorm watch. Actually, yeah, like I said, that's about to expire here in 1 minute, y'all. Yeah, whoa, hold up. What? No way.
Shreveport, light rain and 60.
They just updated the watch. What the
Winds
heck?
out at 12 miles an hour. Jacksonville, cloudy,
What?
64 degrees.
So they updated the watch. Originally, it was at 3 a.m. is whenever it got canceled. And now look at it.
Fog and 64 degrees.
8 o'clock a.m. now is whenever it expires. They, like, added several hours onto this morning, or this watch here.
Corsicana, cloudy and 65 degrees.
I mean,
Wind north
yeah, I was a little I was wondering why they were going to cancel a little early there.
for state region.
Because, like I said, I mean,
Partly cloudy,
severe storms are still ongoing.
Little Rock,
And like I said, they
65.
would have been for,
Mostly cloudy.
you know, a little bit longer.
Baton Rouge, mostly cloudy and
Let's see. What happened to the storms near Tennessee? Are they starting to fizzle out? Let's see here. Tennessee.
for the most current
Yeah, no, this whole line is just kind of, yeah, kind of fading out. This actually was producing severe weather earlier, this line, but it's just ran out of juice.
overnight.
Just
Showers
kind of died out a bit.
likely late this evening. Then a chance of showers and
Yeah,
thunderstorms.
it's just kind of moderate rainfall at this point.
Temperature in the mid-60s. Southwest
Nothing more than just some moderate rainfall at this point, though.
gusts up to 20 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
31-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there towards Gonzales.
Chance of rain 70%.
Yeah, like I said, I'm curious to see towards Yoakum what kind of conditions they've been seeing out of this.
Storms in the morning, then partly cloudy in the afternoon.
You know, like I said, I'm sure that they got,
70s. North wind
you know, I'm sure they got hit there pretty good.
per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour.
Let's see here. It's heavy population areas at the storm. Yeah, no, it is.
Cooler with lows in the upper
You know, especially so we just got hit by San Antonio just got hit, but they're pretty much good now. San Antonio is pretty much good to go. They still have those flash flood warnings in effect here,
east winds 5 to 10 miles per hour.
which is in effect here until 3:15 a.m. Central. So this is literally in about
Hours after midnight.
an hour and 14 minutes.
50s.
So a little bit to go on that still.
10 to 15 miles per hour.
But like I said, between 3 and 5 inches of rain's already fallen there.
Sunday.
Let's see here. Anthony says, thankfully, I appreciate you. No problem.
Showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms in the
Let's see here. Haley says my mother-in-law is just northwest of Yoakum, and she sent me pics of golf to tennis ball size hail that fell on her house. Holy cow, Haley! If you want to share those to us, like I said, we have our Twitter out there. This is where we usually share reports. If that's something you'd be interested in, you can tag us on Twitter. You can see my little cursor right there towards south of Tilden. See us as NWW162. That's our actual our Twitter out there. So if you want to send that, I could share it on the stream and show everybody.
after midnight.
But yeah,
Lows in the mid-50s. Chance of rain 60%.
that would
Tuesday.
if that's something you'd be interested in.
Likely. A slight chance of thunderstorms.
All right, let's see here. We're gonna switch back over here.
Storms in the afternoon.
Ruby says Galveston has a tornado warning.
70%.
What?
Tuesday night.
I don't see that.
Mostly cloudy. A chance
The only tornado warning I recall was that one earlier we had towards Beaumont
of lows in the upper 50s.
a while ago.
Chance of rain 50%.
Interesting.
Wednesday.
Anything for Quincy, Illinois? So when it comes to it, actually, there's not a risk here for Illinois.
Chance of thunderstorms
So
in
you're
the
good.
afternoon.
You know, all of Illinois is actually pretty much in the clear out of these storms here for today. So that's good. Yeah, right now the only concern at the moment is basically just South Texas right now.
In the mid-50s. Chance of
How about LaGrange? Please tell me something good, says B. Henry. Well, there's a lot of LaGranges out there, but I'm assuming Texas LaGrange here, which is right here. Yeah, you guys are definitely in the getting hit there pretty good by a pretty strong storm, but not classified as severe, which is good news.
Here is your area's open water. Boating forecast.
See, what the heck?
Wind gusts may be higher.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, they still have this one storm out there. Yeah, once again, they're towards Yoakum. This is for golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
And thunderstorms.
So that's a pretty destructive storm, actually. Definitely is something we should really consider watching.
Winds 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Yoakum, Sweet Home. Yeah, next up is Ezel.
Friday. Mostly cloudy with chance of showers.
You guys are, yeah, you're right now. You're getting ready to get smacked by this wall of precipitation here and possible hail.
Highs in the mid-70s.
Biggest hail I've ever seen was in person. Golf ball size hail was in Texas.
30
Wow.
miles per hour.
Yeah, biggest hail I've seen was probably $half size. That was in Virginia, actually. That's where I grew up most of my life, and now I'm in Kentucky. So
Cooler. Lows lows in the upper
So
40s.
far, I haven't seen nothing yet.
North winds 10
Nothing
to
too
15
extreme.
miles per hour, becoming east after midnight.
Yeah, but hail is not the best. I mean, like I said, for you guys, for a good example, I mean, areas that are towards like Speaks, right there in Texas. I mean, if you can, that's kind of the region where I would be recommending you guys to, bring your vehicles, um, bring your vehicles in your garage or under a carport or something, just to kind of help protect it from large hail, and damaging winds that's going to be driving that hail. I mean, that's something to think about, is not only are you just having hail, but you're also having the wind to drive the hail along with it. So that's just basically going to allow for a lot more, a lot more potential damage from a lot more impactful force out of the hailstones. So that's just something to take into consideration, with these storms with that large hail out there. So that's that. Any tornado near LaGrange? No, there's no threats for any tornadoes right now that's ongoing. LaGrange right now, there's just, nothing much other than just some heavy rain. I would not even be surprised if there's a little bit of rice hail, hail the size of a rice, or a rye, I guess you call it. Really nothing too extreme. So I think you're good. Just main concern for you is just lightning, really, and the torrential rains. That's about it. But look at this. Yeah, honestly, this is a little concerning because it actually looks like that this is increasing in strength. It's like this wall of hail now. Now south of Sweet Home, actually Sweet Home is probably getting it itself. But like I said, Ezel there, you guys might want to really watch out for this here. Might want to really keep an eye out there for the storm out there. Yeah, also you can see these heightened or highlighted areas of velocity, probably where there's some damaging wind gusts. I'd say it's definitely a good possibility. This is getting ready to cross over towards Hope here, actually. Hope, Texas, right between Highway 111 and 77. Or road number 111, Highway 77 here. But it looks right there towards Hope. Let's see, Camp William, kind of those regions out there. Should really consider watching this. I mean, like I said, it's just a big old wall of big hail. Let's see, Coerth? Koerth. I think it's Coerth, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Williamsburg, we have Hallettsville. Yeah, you guys probably aren't going to be in the nicest conditions either. Yeah, really, Ezel's kind of like right in the line of fire. That wall is going right at you. Let's see here. No doubt hail can wreck entire area of cars, dents, broken glass. Oh, yeah. No, especially, you got to think how much money these dealerships are losing if they're caught in this hail. I mean, you got to think. I'm pretty sure insurance would cover it at that point, but still, it's a lot of hassle to have to deal with all that. The moisture coming in from my area is like Miracle Grow. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, I got strong northerly advection, a bunch of warm air pulling from the Gulf, firing or basically driving their way into the storms here. That's just, wow, really amplifying them. And that look at that. Got a lot of blue starting to pop up there, even on this radar table. That is quite nuts. Yeah, anytime you see that, that's when you got to really be bracing. They still have it for golf ball size hail. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it was any higher, or if it would not be higher than that. Holy cow. Radar is estimating nearly 4 inches in diameter here. And this is scanning about 5,000 feet up. Slightly lower than a mile. Mile, I think, is like 5,400 feet or so. This is around 5,100. So nearly a mile up, but that is some big old scans coming through. I tell you what, we're going to slice that, actually. Yeah, look at that. We're going to position this over there. You can see that big hail core right there, caught up right in the middle of the atmosphere, between 10 and 30,000 feet up. Big old chunks of hail out there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Car cover blankets, if no structure cover. Yeah, you got to think, though, the winds on this, too, could blow those blankets around. You just got to make sure you have something anchoring them if you do. Like I said, make sure you have, like, if you did put blankets over your car, which, if you had, I don't know if you would have enough time for that, unless you, like, really do this in advance, towards, like, Morals, let's see, more or less here, Speaks, maybe. Yeah, but at that point, it's going right at you, and the time is very little before it actually starts impacting you. Like I said, if there's already lightning occurring around you, it's not recommended to not go outside, obviously. That's not good. Let's see here. Ryan says, love your work. Great job. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Greatly appreciated. And you are very welcome. Let's see. But yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty brutal looking storm out there. I'll tell you what, we're going to slice it this way. Okay, we're going to position this. Oh, wow. Look at that. Holy cow. Holy cow. The tops of these storms. I want to look at the echo tops on this. Wow. So echo tops basically tells you at what point the highest amount of precipitation is being detected. So radar is basically scanning up, and it's like looking at the topping of, you know, where the rain drops kind of stops. And that's around 50,000 feet up. Like that's higher than you would be on a plane. I mean, like I said, on average plane, you know, flights, you go about 30,000 feet, I think. 30, 40,000 feet max. But this is nearly 50,000 feet. I mean, this is several miles tall. Like, this is a really large storm. Oh, yeah, look at that. They just issued a severe thunderstorm warning again. Let's see what they put on this guy. Golf ball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. No, they kept it the same there. Wow. Yeah, no, they kept it the same there. Really a little surprised at that, actually. Let's see here. Had golf ball size hail earlier. Gotcha. What radar do we use? This is a GR2 Analyst. Yeah, pretty pricey program though. It's this cost me $250. But it's a great one. It's only a one-time pay though, which I'm not a sponsor or anything. But if you'd like to get into that, I'd recommend it. It's pretty good radar coverage. Pretty good radar program here. I like it. It does the job very well. Man. Let's see. Wear your hard hat if you go outside, but not recommended. Well, yeah. Would not be recommended. You know, also you gotta think if with these strong winds that's, you know, blowing this hail around. I mean, we literally have golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I mean, you gotta think that big old hail is going to be moving sideways because the winds are basically driving them in one direction. So that's, first of all, that's going to make them increase in speed, making them hit a lot harder. And obviously that would cause more damage, more injuries and stuff like that. So yeah, it just would not be recommended to be outside at all. Now for an example here, like I said, they just now issued this new warning towards, let's see, Morales. I think that's how you say that. Let's see. Yeah, Jake put a little pronunciation in there. But like I said, you know, we do have Edna, El Toro. We have Granado, Louise. I don't know. New Trayton. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning, and like I said, this is for golf ball size hail. And like I said, also the possibility there of you know, golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of this. So yeah, no, she's a pretty aggressive storm out there. Tell you what, definitely isn't anything too friendly. Yeah, like I said, hope. You guys in hope, you better be hoping right now because this thing's getting ready to hit y'all pretty good. Yeah, let's see, Korath as well. Ezel would keep an eye on it. Once again, this is right here riding, getting ready to slam the entire, or not the entire, but a big chunk of Highway 77 here. Currently causing chaos, it looks like maybe towards Terryville, Texas. So if y'all know anybody out there, let them know to be away from windows, because that's not something you want. But yeah, definitely, yeah, that's pretty nasty looking. Let's see, heading towards 77 is gonna get impacted here pretty soon. Wow. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye out there for this. Even there towards like Hallettsville. Let's see here. Hello, Francis, Michelle. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Do I use Radar Omega? Yes, I use a bunch of programs. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 programs I use on the channel here right now. We're running 5 programs right now. Yeah, like I said, we get as much information we can get, the better. let's do a little update here, y'all. We're gonna see. I want to get an estimate here on this cell here, the one that's east, the big old cell. This guy right here. So according to the CMIS model here, that's basically taking, grabbing information from the storm here. Probability of hail is 94%. So that's, yeah, kind of expected there. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is kind of catching my eye here. So anytime you see something like this, I don't know if you notice how it's kind of like spiraling a little bit. Sometimes on these bow echoes here, we can actually get a little bit of a tornado possibility that could be popping up out of that. I would keep an eye on this cell here. Probably 20 to 12%, but I wouldn't go off of that really. Holy cow, dude. Yeah, let's look into that. Okay, well, there's no rotation really popping off, but still, just that structure, anytime you see it like that, anytime you see like a little bit of a kind of backing there, that's where things get a little bit concerning. Let's see here. Hail size, 1 inch to 1.75, terminal velocity, 25 to 45, so add wind speeds of 70 miles per hour, you're talking 115. I'm not sure if that's how much it would add up to. But I'd say at least 70. I mean, obviously. I mean, that's some pretty fast moving hail though. Yeah, it looks like Edna, El Toro. Let's see, Ganado, or Ganado, however you want to say that. Yeah, New Triton, those regions out there, you guys are in line of fire here. Golf ball size hail golf ball size hail still in 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Is still the current view out there. Wow. Yeah, so y'all, we gotta continue watching this storm here. This thing's pretty aggressive. Yeah, we were planning on heading off here on 3, but I'm going to keep it going for a little bit. Ooh, this one's look like it's increasing too. Quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yeah, towards like Karnes City. Helena, Lind, you know what? I bet you guys are about to get an extension warning here. I did it last time. I'm willing to bet y'all again. They're getting ready to extend the warning somehow. Not exactly to that, but they're probably getting ready to extend that warning there. It's going to need it. So, like, Runge, maybe Yorktown. Where's that? Kind of blocking by the... Yeah, Kennedy, Karnes City, Runge. Yeah, Green. Yeah, those areas probably should be bracing because this storm's going right at you. And like I said, the reason they're probably getting ready to do that is because the edge of the precipitation wall is getting ready to move out of the warning area, and that's kind of right where some of the nasty credentials of the storm is located. So yeah, those regions there is probably about to get a warning. Mixed layer Cape, well over 1,000 on these storms here. That is a lot of energy. For reference, storms only need about 500 or higher to really start kind of producing severe weather, and we're at like nearly 1,500 and over. See, Karnes and Helena. Okay, Jake, thank you. But yeah, no, I really do think they're getting ready to extend that there towards those regions. Yeah, look at that. The winds are blowing right into the storm there. Let's see. Yeah, the winds are flowing right into that storm. So that's your warm inflow. A bunch of warm air is just pulling into this here. You're gonna notice a slight breeze of warm air rolling through you right before the storm hits here. 70, is that 73 out? I'm sure it's pretty humid too. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see. Houston. Okay, still Houston's pretty good. Yeah, nothing crazy happening there in Houston right now. Man. Let's see here. Michelle says I'm doing good. Glad to hear it. Man. let's see here. El Campo. Yeah, you guys are kind of outside of this warning there, but I would not be surprised if, eventually this thing does cause a problem there towards your location. So keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Yep. Carnes. See, Carnes. Carnes City. Yeah, look at that. That wall. I'm sure that thing's having a beautiful shelf cloud on it. If y'all don't know what a shelf cloud is, look it up. It's so pretty. So pretty. And anytime you see like flat from no precipitation to just a heavy precipitation, that's usually a wall of precipitation there. And usually it would produce a beautiful shelf cloud. I'm sure it was right there towards, let's see, what was it? Carnes City, says Jake. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's do a little update out there. Okay, so it looks like Terryville. Like I said, y'all in Terryville probably just got hit here pretty daggone hard. A lot of that hail core is now moving kind of out of your location. Probably still getting some hail. Areas of hope, like I said, you might want to be hoping for this because we're getting ready to get some hail out there towards those regions there. Williamsburg, south of that, kind of where that begins. In terms of hail, tracking east, we're getting ready to cross the intersection between 11, this is basically Road 11 and Highway 77. Okay, so those are the regions we should really consider. So right there at that intersection there, U.S. Highway 77 frontage road. Yeah. So yeah, you guys out there probably need to be covering yourself. Be indoors. Definitely. Here any moment now, they should be issuing another warning there, I'm sure. We'll see what they do. Yeah, eventually Edna, y'all are getting into it. Let's see, Arkansas has been getting hit hard this last year. Oh, yeah. Marcus says, hope y'all are hanging in there. Yeah, you too, Marcus. Yeah, no, it's been pretty crazy out there today. I mean, like I said earlier, we've seen some pretty gnarly stuff. Let's see. I'm going to bring y'all over here to the radar here for a moment. Yeah, I want to show you guys something like the time lapse of this. So crazy. Let's see, we'll give this a second to load. But yeah, all these storms just really started kind of firing off here at one moment. Let's see. All right, we're going to switch all over to the satellite real quick. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was pretty crazy. I mean, look at that. So we just had all these storms just fire off right there at one time. It's just crazy. That moment that initiation occurs, just everything on that line just starts firing. Everything's in sync with each other. It's just crazy. But yeah, storms started firing off. They continued. Then they started dying down. And the southern threat still continued because we have all that pure air, rich moisture coming down here from the Gulf of Mexico, just fueling into this storm here. And like obviously the cooler air back in from the backside, so big old mixing pot of convective activity happening down there in Texas right now. That's the reason why we're really getting some strong activity. Oh, you know what they just did? Holy cow, they just issued it. Okay, well they actually issued 2 warnings here. Look at that. So obviously, okay, they have a warning here now for Kennedy, Runge, as we were talking about. Let's see, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter size hail, but they also included this region. Golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. They're towards Telferner. And let's see. Ooh, how do you say that? How the heck do you say that? All right, well, that area right there, west of Edna. Anyways, but yeah, no, those, yeah, now under a severe thunderstorm warning here. Tell you what, we're going to slice that sucker again. We're going to see what's going on. Whoa, look at that. Holy cow, dude. We're going to swing this over a little bit here. We're going to position this right over that core. Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty big hail core right there. You see all that white and blue? Yeah, that's some big hail out there. Let's look at this. Okay, still no rotation out there. Yeah, you can see all those highlighted velocities there. That's showing some pretty heavy, pretty strong winds out of it. Let's see, that's me, Inez. Is that really? Well, Inez, where you're at, my friend, you're now under a warning for golf ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Let's see here. What's that looking like? So there's the big core. Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, that might be heading in your direction. From what it looks like on its current trajectory, it might just pass. The heaviest hail might just pass north of you, but man. So that storm is probably putting off a ton of lightning. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, due to the, like I said, due to the amount of heavy hail in the storm here, like all those hailstones are rubbing up against each other and they create static electricity, and it builds up and builds up until it has to release that energy by zapping the ground and neutralizing itself, grounding itself. So, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sure there's definitely a lot of lightning activity in there. There's even a lot of, detections on there on radar too. Really kicking off there. Let's see here. I imagine these have a big cap. What, for right now? No. For up there, yes, but right down here, no. Let's see here. Let's see. Is Sealy, was that Sealy, Texas, near Houston, going to get hit with this? So Houston in general should monitor this. Let's see. Where is Sealy? Okay, so yeah, Houston in general. We'll just go off of Houston. You should know where you're at right here based off of the map here. So when it comes to it, you are going to eventually get possibly hit by this line here. You can see in the latest few frames how, we've been watching, this whole line kind of moving eastward. The models do suggest you getting hit, though, but probably not until, like, later this morning. Let's see here. We're going to look over here towards, let's see. Should I stay awake in Bonnie, Texas? Let's see. Bonnie, Texas. Here, let's look. Okay. Yeah, kind of the same thing applies for you south of Houston there. Yeah. No, I would still watch it. Once again, ARRR, which is one of the higher resolution rapid models that refreshes. That's what it stands for. High resolution rapid refresh. The latest one of those, latest model in that aspect, just showed some storms rolling through later on in the next couple of hours. So, would still continue to watch this. Good morning. Just joined. Appears to be a solid channel. Location, Alabama. Well, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing good, man. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. So, in Alabama right now, actually, when it comes to it, you guys actually don't really have a threat for today, or for tomorrow, or today, Friday, at this point. You guys in the western side of the state has a slight little marginal risk there, a little itty-bitty marginal risk here, which I'm not really looking for anything too extreme out there towards Alabama today. But yeah. Let's see here. But yeah. All right, let's do a little update here. So, let's see. Got round Mott here. We have areas of Jones Creek, Mount Olive, Edna. Yeah, you guys along Highway 59 under a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and, like I said, golf ball size hail being possible out there. West of that, we have another warning here towards like Yorktown. Let's see here, Runge, Kennedy. Yeah, out towards like Kennedy, Kerness City. We're talking quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So not as crazy, but like I said, this guy right here, this storm that's really cranking out there towards Hope and Terryville, yeah, this is the one that's pretty aggressive. Once again, like golf ball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts is on it. Like I said, that's some pretty aggressive stuff out there. Yeah, if you're out there towards like Speaks, let's see, is that Seclusion? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, not exactly sure how you would pronounce that location, but they're towards like Speaks. Let's see, Cordelli, Mount Olive. Yeah, those are the regions I'd really consider bracing for this. Yeah, so if you're there towards like Edna, let's see, Ganado, west of El Campo, I would really recommend here that you, if you have any vehicles outside, bring them indoors, obviously into a garage or a carport, just away from the outside elements here, essentially. Because, like I said, big old hail moving at very fast velocities is going to really allow for some big hitting hail to occur, which is going to cause, all kinds of damage. Not just to vehicles, but even houses. It could injure people outdoors, all that stuff. Yeah, no, that's something to really consider watching out for. What about Dumas, Arkansas? So, yeah, Arkansas is really not in the risk here today. Not worried about really Arkansas. But, yeah. Let's see. But, yeah. Thank you, Jake, for correcting that. Yeah, that's something you guys are going to learn. My pronunciation on some of these cities is terrible. But Jake, I believe, you said you live in Texas, so you're kind of used to these areas, I'm pretty sure. Definitely more than I am. Let's see. So everything's just north of Corpus Christi. Looking pretty good out there. Yeah, like I said, Victoria. We did have people in Victoria here earlier on the... Yeah, one of the areas here at Victoria, we actually did have ourselves somebody that was actually out there. And if you're still in the stream here and you're in Victoria, I would recommend to watch out for this. Now, you're not in an immediate warning, but there is a warning just north of you, and it does have golf ball size hail on it. Like I said, for Inez, we have Salem, cruising right there along Highway 77 and Highway 59, right there at the merging point, which is in Victoria. For both of you guys, Victoria Regional Airport should highly consider, preparing for the storm as it does move its way in here. But yeah. Let's see here. Jay says, one of the better channels, hard to believe. Only 12.1k subs. Very informative and accurate. Well, thank you so much, Jay. That means a lot. Very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Does severe weather season end in October? Well, severe weather can happen any time of the year, no matter even if you're in January. We've seen it happen many times. But the officials to, storm season kind of ends in May-ish. There is no direct time, direct day that storm season ends, but it ends kind of around like late May. But obviously, in some areas it ends while it starts in other areas. Like I said, for me up here towards I grew up in the Mid-Atlantic region here in Virginia. Now I live in Kentucky. So for my period, it seems like it's kind of like July is whenever it kicks up for me. So it really just depends on where you're at, essentially. But the majority of the big outbreaks usually happens between March through April and into May. But yeah. Frank says, good morning, my friend. Do I ever sleep? I do. I do end up sleeping. But I just wanted to be here for you guys tonight because I know there's probably not many news outlets or anybody that's covering this. And like I said, with the extensive amount of activity that's going on, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail out of these storms, yeah, it's going to need some coverage. I just can't let y'all just sit there while this stuff happens there in pretty populated areas too. Like I said, we watched San Antonio got hit earlier. This is kind of moving towards Houston now. Pretty populated areas out there towards the coastal Texas region. Yep, absolutely. So Houston, Texas, where my grandpa is. Gotcha. Did I get bad storms when Mayfield got hit in December? Back in 21, yes, I did. Yeah, I was actually in Kentucky, just right here towards Louisville, whenever all that happened. And Mayfield's down all the way southwest. Man, that was a heck of an event. I'll tell you what. Very nasty event there. All right, let's do a little update here on the radar, y'all. We have Kennedy. You guys are about to get hit here any moment. You're probably already starting to feel it. We have Runge. We have Yorktown. You guys are about to get hit here. Quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is the concerns of that storm there. Then we move into the areas, east of that, which is well east of San Antonio. Let's see, measurement there. From central San Antonio. Ooh, it's wrong thing there. Let's see. From central San Antonio to the strongest part of the storm is about 90 miles east. Wow, these storms have moved quite a bit. Anyways, but with that going on here, Hope is now pulling out of the worst of it. Ezel is still kind of getting hit here pretty hard. Probably some hail mixing in with some damaging wind gusts potentially. Now just ahead of that, towards Edna, Mount Olive, you guys are getting close to get ready to hit here. I'd say within the next 10 minutes or so. Let's see, Ganado. Yeah, those regions along Highway 59 should consider watching this. Because, like I said, that's for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. So, like I said, we're talking some big hail potential, big damaging wind potential, too. And you mix the two together, that's just a very bad thing. You know, because you got some big old chunks of ice moving at fast speeds. I mean, like, the impact force of that is nuts. And it could seriously, I mean, bust out windows. It could dent your cars. I mean, it could even like destroy sidings of homes. I mean, seriously, that's some strong stuff out there. It really should watch out for that there for sure. Let's see, Columbus. Okay, 5-mile-an-hour winds, nothing too crazy. Victoria, 10-mile-an-hour winds out there, nothing too extreme. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, they're towards Kansas City and Kennedy. Yeah, you guys are probably getting hit here pretty good right now. Yeah, I would really consider watching that there. I mean, like I said, a lot of these people are asleep right now, which is unfortunate. And you know, let's just hope they get warnings. You know, hopefully they have like a weather radio or something. Like I said, I don't care. I'm not sponsored by weather radio companies. I don't really care about that sponsorship or anything. But like I said, just make sure you get yourself one. That way, if you do get a warning, you're notified. Like I said, even when we're not live. Do I only cover Texas? No. I cover the whole U.S. From tropical storms to blizzards to severe weather in this case. I cover it all across the nation. Sometimes I'll go out to like other areas. Like the other day we did that hurricane coverage or cyclone coverage in Australia. That's pretty rare on the channel, but I only usually cover the United States here. But yeah. I'll be back. Gotta do storm prep. Sounds good, Jake. Sounds good. Yeah, glad to see that you're preparing for this here. But like I said, if you're there towards Victoria, you're not in immediate warning right now. If you're on the far eastern side, you are. Kind of towards like Victoria Regional Airport. Eastern Victoria has a warning out there. But central does not. But still, you're going to possibly get hit here pretty good by this storm here. Yeah, a lot of lightning detection. You can see there all those little lightning bolts there. A lot of lightning detection kicking off there. So we need to watch out for that. Let's see. Thank you very much for giving us the weather. No problem. Lots of places in Texas who don't have sirens. Weirdly. Yeah, honestly, it is true. That is very true. Yeah, so once again, you know, like I said, just recommended to get a weather radio. Once again, I don't care about the money or the profits or anything like that. I'm not even sponsored by them. I just don't care. All I care about y'all getting the warnings in time. You know, especially, like I said, for nights like this. I mean, people are asleep. You know, all of that, not really getting informed. And like I said, stuff like this happens. It's just not good. I mean, I have a collage of weather radios. I mean, seriously, I have so many of them. I have, like, here's an old model. You guys probably have heard of these. These are WR100s. Pretty good weather models, or weather radio models. And then these are the more common ones you'll see. These are WR120s. So get yourself one of these guys at like Walmart or Amazon, I think even sells them. You know, just something that you guys can receive alerts on, you know. They're like $30, you know, and who knows, it could save your life one day. So recommend it. Once again, I'm not a sponsor. Don't care about all that, but for your life safety, get yourself one. Doesn't have to be Midland. It doesn't have to be anything. Just as long as it receives warnings, then that's all I care about. Because, like I said, could help save your life one day. Let's see here. Keep an eye out for weather radios, thrift stores. I got a WR120 for $3. Wow. That's a steal. Yeah, like I said, this radio right here, these are WR120s, and like I said, these guys go for about $30 brand new. That's amazing that you got it for that cheap. Holy cow. Let's see here. Got to move your car into the living room to avoid hail damage. I don't know about the living room, but if you can, if you're in advance, like if you're here towards like let's see, some of these regions are really hard to pronounce. Like Red Bluff there, that's not really hard to pronounce. But if you're there towards that region, you're far enough away from the storm where you might have enough time to quickly grab your keys, pull your car into the garage, or pull under a carport or something. You know, just to kind of help prevent any damages that could occur to your vehicles. Because like I said, on this, let's see, they just update that? They sure did. That is really weird. They got rid of that that golf ball size hail and the 70-mile-an-hour wind gust. Now it's down to quarter size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. That's good, I guess. That's good. That's really good news, actually. So that's great news. Glad to hear that. Yep, even this guy got downgraded towards Victoria. So now all of these guys are for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so they have died down a little bit, it looks like, as well as quarter size hail. Yeah, now see, we can live with that, but still, you know, just because it's got downgraded a little bit, I mean, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts can still cause some damage. You know, I've had shingles get blown off and all of that problem in 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts before, so. But there's not really much you can do about getting your shingles blown off, unfortunately. But that is a possibility in these storms here still, so. Yeah, El Campo, you're not in the warning. You're close to it, though, but like I said, you know, this storm is heading directly in your location, or directly towards your location there. So I'd highly consider watching this here. Would highly consider watching that there. See, San Antonio south. Let's see, we have Runge, we have Nordheim, we have Couch. There's literally a town called Couch. All right, so Couch there. You guys are about to get hit here pretty soon. Yeah, I'd say within the next 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes or so. Yeah, quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. We'll watch this guy pretty closely. Yeah, also north of these warnings here, areas like Columbus. I mean, it's not severe warning, but I'm sure you're definitely feeling the effects of some pretty strong storm activity. Like I said, these guys up there towards Columbus, I mean, you can see the precipitation in the reds and oranges still, meaning that there's very strong, rain that's falling there. Which obviously that could, like I said, obviously that could lead to, some obviously torrential rains. And like I said, there is, wow, they still have that warning there. Believe it or not, they still have the flash flood warning for San Antonio, even though there's not any more rain really falling there up there. What it looks like. Between 4 and 6 inches has rain have already fallen out of this here. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Radar and automated gauges reported it, so it's not just radar that's detected all that rainfall. Here, let's look at this. I'm gonna switch all over this. So here's the radar view for rainfall. The last little bit out of the storm here. Yeah, like I said, it's San Antonio. Interesting. That's 1 hour precip total. Let's do total. Let's see here. Storm total precipitation. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, look at that. 4 inches estimated by radar. So y'all got hit there. Yeah, San Antonio definitely got a bit of rain. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, we had a few thunder showers before that main storm rolled through. It dropped about 2 or 3 inches or so, and then that second wave went through, kind of dropped another inch or two. Also, there towards like LaGrange, Texas, y'all got apparently a decent amount of rainfall. Wouldn't be surprised if there's any flash flooding out there either towards LaGrange. But you're not under any flash flood warning there, but still, regardless, looks like a lot of rain rolling through. Let's see here. I see them at thrift stores all the time. Nothing seems like most people just pass up since they know their phone will wake them up until one day it doesn't. That's true. Marcus says, any plans today? I'm at the couch. Sounds good. Save me a seat. But yeah, no, like I said, today all the thing that we kind of look out for is there's a small little threat for severe weather today. Besides of what's going on right now. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show you all this. So there's actually a little bit of a severe weather risk here, all the way down from a little bit of southern Texas included, eastern Texas there, Louisiana, Mississippi, and obviously a little bit of a risk there for severe weather out there towards like the Ohio Valley, actually. That's interesting. Yep, so out there towards the Ohio Valley today. Tornadoes, possibility, very low chance towards Louisiana, Mississippi. Like, this is not going to require any coverage or anything because it's, like I said, it's a level 1 out of 5. It's still a severe weather threat potential, but I usually only go live in level 2s or higher, which, like I said, today, right now, is level 2 across the yellow. But today's not expected to, today being Friday, later on, once daylight heating occurs, sun comes out, surface heats up, storms start kicking again, it's not going to be as crazy from what's forecasted anyways. We'll see. But anyways. All right, let's do a little radar update here for y'all. Let's see, Mount Olive, y'all are getting ready to get drenched on, probably already starting to right now. Let's see, Cordelli, you as well. Getting close. Yeah, El Campo, you're not in the warning right now, but I tell you what, if this storm continues to be producing potential severe activity, would not be surprised if you did get impacted by that here soon. Same thing for like Eastern Victoria. Like I said, right there towards like Victoria Regional Airport. Let's see, Telfner, Salem. Yeah, you guys are about to get hit here very soon. We have Nursery, Morsend. So yeah, you guys are close to that storm, but you're not in the warning particularly there. We have Couch. Like I said, yeah, Couch is getting ready to get hit here pretty good. Under that warning for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust there. Nordheim, like I said, however you pronounce that, I forgot how you pronounced that there, but that region there, you're getting ready to get slammed too. Kennedy, yeah, it looks like Kennedy's getting hit here pretty hard. The station isn't updated in a while, 3:15, so that's, yeah, it's about a half hour old, that reading coming through from Kennedy. But I'm sure it's coming down there pretty good out there. Cordial. Gotcha. But the good news is that all these guys got downgraded quite a bit to quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So we'll continue watching that. You know what they just did? Or a little bit ago? Yeah, they canceled a lot of the watch here. Yep. Yeah, they got rid of a lot of the watch here not too long ago. Let's see. Yeah, you see how they went from that to that. So they got rid of it. So Houston's no longer in the watch, actually. Interesting. So it's just areas like towards Victoria. It's in the watch here till 8 o'clock a.m. Yeah, we're not going to be up that late. Yeah, Galveston. Yeah, they got rid of Houston, though. Still have Lake Charles, southwestern Louisiana, though. Very interesting stuff. All right. Well, you know what, guys? I think we might as well call it a stream here for now. Like I said, storms are probably still going to be severe for a couple of hours at least. But like I said, it's getting pretty late here, Eastern time. It's almost 4 in the morning. But I get some sleep here soon. So just wanted to hop on here for a couple of hours with y'all. Just to give you guys information that's much needed. Like I said, once again, it looks like things might be waning down a little bit. Let's hope it continues that way. Lack of daylight heating obviously hurts storms' abilities and stuff like that. But I will ask you guys, if you could, hit that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. Leave a like, guys. We're so close, actually, to 3,200 subscribers. You know what? We're 8 subscribers away from, say, 3,200. I mean, 12,200 is what I'm going to say. We're so close. So 8 subscribers out there. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Hit that subscribe button on the way out there. Like I said, we'll promise to keep you guys updated on the latest weather information, all of that fun stuff. Gotta get one more look at Selmer, Tennessee for 6 a.m. Yeah, I can do that real quickly for you. Let's see here. 38375. 38375. Okay, southwestern Texas or southwestern Tennessee. Yeah, I'm getting tired when I call it Tennessee, Texas. Let's see here. Oh, we're gonna drop down model run here. Yeah, I mean, you're not in the risk for anything severe, but you probably are going to be getting a bit of precipitation out of this here. It's almost done loading here. Give it a second. Here we go. Yeah, kind of showing that precipitation hitting around 9 to 11 Eastern, which for you would be around like 8 to 10 since you're in the Central Time, it looks like. Yeah, then tomorrow these storms are going to continue across the way. Yep, and then after that it should be pretty much clear. But like I said, there for Saturday, yeah, my friends out there towards like the Mid-Atlantic region, you might want to watch. We're probably going to do some coverage on that, actually. Yeah, no, we'll do some coverage on that for Saturday. Yeah, absolutely. Gonna need it. Let's see here. See, Scott says, thank you, Andrew. No problem. Let's see. Janet says, thanks, Andrew. You're very welcome. Jay says, hit the like button, everyone. Have a safe and great night. You too, Jay. Thank you so much. Let's see. Good night. See you next time, says Ruby. See you later. Anthony says, thank you. I appreciate it. You're very, very welcome, Anthony. No problem. I think there's a tornado touchdown east of Yorktown, Texas. May want to check for debris. What? What? Where? Hold on, let's see. We're going to pull this up. Yorktown? Hold up. Okay. Let's see. We're going to pull up the closest radar. I think that might be San Antonio. You say west? East of Yorktown. Yeah, I don't see anything. Don't see any rotation going on there. Yeah, also nothing on CT. Yeah, I don't see anything going on right there. Anyways, I think we're good. Let's see here. DL says, thanks so much, Andrew. You're very welcome. No problem. Let's see. Are we at? Oh my gosh, guys, we're 3 subscribers away from reaching 13,000. Sorry, 12,000. I am out of it. 12,200. We're so freaking close. We're 3 subscribers away. So, y'all make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Be greatly appreciated. Like I said, we're here for you. We'll be live. I'm not sure. Okay. Here's the plan for today. So since it's just a marginal risk, I'm probably not going to stream coverage, but I'm going to go live tomorrow or later on tonight, probably for a forecast for tomorrow's event for Saturday, because Saturday looks pretty aggressive. So yeah, we'll watch out for Saturday, and we'll keep you updated with that. Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, y'all take care. Like I said, we'll catch y'all here in a little bit. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us. You guys absolutely rock. Like I said, stream's going to head off here in 2 minutes. That way you guys can say goodbye to your friends and family who might be joining. And all right, y'all. Well, once again, thank you all so much. We love you all out there. Please, like I said, stay safe out there tonight. Make sure if you have a weather radio, turn it on alert mode before you get to bed. That way, if you get a warning, then you'll be awoken. And obviously, like I said, you guys will be aware of the situation out there and stuff like that. So, like I said, just a bit of a recommendation for y'all. Like I said, we're wanting y'all to keep safe out there and everything like that. But, all right, y'all. Well, once again, stream's heading off here now in 2 minutes and counting. Y'all can see the timer counting down. Y'all say goodbye to your friends and family who might be hanging around in the chat. And, all right, my guys. Well, we'll catch y'all here later on here for today. All right, y'all. Take care. Once again, stay safe. And we'll catch you guys here later on. Peace out, my friends. See you then.
162.475 megahertz. Providing the latest weather information on a 24-hour basis. Broadcasts originate from the National Weather Service office in Shreveport, Louisiana. Please visit us online at weather.gov/SHP. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at NWS Shreveport. The Tyler Climate Summary for yesterday, April 20th, 2023. Yesterday's high temperature was 81 degrees. The normal high is 77. The record high is 94 degrees, which was set in 1987. Yesterday's low temperature was 66 degrees. The normal low is 56. The record low is 36 degrees, which was set in 1956. 0.32 inches of precipitation fell yesterday, which brings the monthly total to 2.75 inches. This is 0.52 inches above the normal amount of 2.23 inches for April. The total precipitation for the year now stands at 13.26 inches, which is 0.24 inches above normal. Sunrise today is at 6:46 a.m. and sunset is at 7:55 p.m. Now let's check on your local forecast. Overnight, showers and thunderstorms likely late this evening, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Near steady temperature in the mid-60s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Gusts up to 20 miles per hour late this evening. Chance of rain 70%. Friday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms